What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number, and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it, flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ, the travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Monday.
Yep.
You're like, oh, that weekend went by too quick.
It did, but I feel like I got a lot. It was a full weekend.
It was.
It was a good
lot
weekend.
happened over the weekend.
Oh, exactly. I feel like we went in a different people than we came out.
Yeah. Some congratulations in order.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, I guess, first to the Artesia Lady Bulldog volleyball team winning the state championship.
Yep.
Congratulations to the Goddard Lady Rockets.
Come from behind, by the way, for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, they fell to Artesia at noon there in the semis. I think that was the semis. But valiant effort. They rallied and couldn't quite get it done against Artesia, but they went. That thing went 5 sets again, right to they won by 2 in the 5th set. I mean, It was a close back and forth the entire time. And but congratulations on the championship there. Congratulations to the Goddard Rocket football team getting the win over Roswell on Friday night, advancing here to the next round, as will be the Artesia Bulldogs. They won on Saturday. So both those football teams advance to the next round of the state playoffs here, which we'll have for you. I'm pretty sure those are both going to be radio only.
Yeah. No, as far as I know.
Once we get to semifinals,
we're done with
we're out with video. The Pro View is going to come in regardless, since we're at the semifinal level of the playoffs here. So so it'll probably just be radio only for us, but we'll get you skinny on all that Friday night, Saturdays, and all that. We should have that cemented by today. Yep. I'm sure.
Yeah, and we'll know more if we do by chance, get access to the video. Then we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know if all that happens. But just speculating, we probably won't. Just generally, that's how it goes. But anyway, had all that. NMMI won over the weekend. It looks like they're going to get a bowl game. For the Broncos there. So congratulations.
A completely unexpected come from behind win for Texas Tech of all teams. And what was funny was they got
a new coach. They're playing for something now.
Right. I only caught the tail end of it. The announcers were losing it like they just won a bowl game. I mean, they were like, "Oh my God, they pulled it off!"
Were they playing OU this weekend? Or is that Iowa? OU's next weekend.
Yeah,
right?
and from what I've gathered, I only listened to like just scant little bits of the game from Tech, but the officials were very heavily leaning towards Iowa.
Oh yeah. Well, they got a new coach, so
paying
new
close attention to Texas Tech and making sure that they called all their mistakes while ignoring a lot of Iowa's. There's a lot of complaints coming from the coach or the commentary staff, and then as soon as they won, I swear it was like benches were being cleared. They were losing their minds.
Yeah. Well, it's a big win for the new coach and all that. So congratulations to them. Cowboys fans are happy this morning.
Let me give you my impression of a Texas Tech fan calling his Hispanic Texas Tech fan friend to let them know that they had finally succeeded. Won! We won! One is what we won! We won!
Okay, all right. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
But, so Cowboys fans are happy. They got the big win, rebounding.
About time.
And even me, as a lonely, wee little Washington football team fan, happen to have good morning beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
Not too shabby.
Look at them all pretending like they know what they're doing.
If you got to take a team out, you might as well take a team out, that is the known team.
Yeah, so I was happy about that. So they got the win there. And I'm not too bad overall for the weekend.
I was just curious. I honestly hadn't even looked. We smoked Seattle.
Oh, yeah, the Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rodgers was back to play this kind.
Well, sure. I just wish he'd, now he needs to get off his high horse.
Why is everybody mad at him?
Because he won't shut his mouth. It
sounds like everyone keeps harassing him because he doesn't want to take a shot.
Okay, so from what I've gathered, he's not vaccinated.
Yeah.
But he told people that he was, what's the term he used?
Well, he believes that his body's better off without it, which is he's allowed to believe.
No, but there's a different word for vaccinated. He used
immunity.
Yeah, immunized. He said, I'm immunized.
Huh.
He said, oh, yeah, but I'm immunized. And he led people to believe that he was vaccinated, and I guess other people got sick because. So basically, he was looked at as like COVID spreaders, essentially.
I think that's people trying to politicize
that coupled with
something.
the whole. I listened to my.
He's
good
no
friend,
more of a super spreader than anybody else on the planet.
Not really. It's just the whole mindset of him being stubborn about it and him being like, oh, I didn't feel like I needed to say,
I agree with him. That's none of people's business what he does.
And then but that coupled with, just some of the stuff that he's said about, I listened to my good friend Joe Rogan and I've taken some of his advice and that caught him a lot of flack. Maybe not in the public spotlight.
Well, because
there.
Joe Rogan got lambasted too because they misconstrued what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. Joe Rogan does and says many weird things.
But here's the thing.
But on his COVID thing, he didn't say what they said he said.
Right. But he said this. He said, I'm just an idiot that has a show. I'm just an idiot that has a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if you choose to listen to me, then that's your choice.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just stating my opinion and I'm just an idiot with a podcast.
What's wrong with that?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's made that statement.
Yeah.
Like, if you choose to take my advice as advice, then that's on you. I'm just literally an idiot with a podcast.
Yeah, I'm tired of, everyone, looking for someone to blame on something because they can't admit that they screwed up. You know what? Tough. I'm sorry. It's not Aaron Rodgers' fault whether you got COVID or not. Okay. But anyway.
It might actually technically be Aaron Rodgers' fault if someone got COVID. I'm just saying. That is how super spreaders work.
Well, no more than you or me or anybody else.
Sure. But I'm saying, you can't necessarily say, oh, it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault I got COVID. Actually, technically, this time it was.
Well, all I could say is basically 10 years ago, if he would have had the flu, y'all wouldn't be throwing him in the jail. Y'all be like, you got the flu. Oh, all right. But that's how messed up our minds have turned.
You know how I know I got Aaron Rodgers' COVID?
Yeah.
Because every time I sneeze, I go, "Achoo!" I discount double check every time I sneeze. That's how I know.
I'm just saying, people get butthurt over because they don't like the way he doesn't think the same as everybody else.
Tell you how I know
that's how this country works.
How I know it's Aaron Rodgers' COVID. I got a fever of 103. I'm clammy, and I'm dating Shailene Woodley. So it's just you find out in weird little ways.
I think people hate on him because he's successful.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They annoy him because he's successful.
It really does get under someone's skin. I mean, it does get under my skin a little bit when you find out that Aaron Rodgers jumped from Olivia Munn to Shailene Woodley, and then find out and that's not even until you find out that Pete Davidson is currently dating Kim Kardashian. God's name is happening right now. Dogs literally mating with cats. It's pandemonium, man.
They all deserve each other. These are all people. that
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly are doing God knows what on a washing machine down in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, but none of these people you've said have skill sets. None of them. Aaron Rodgers is the only one who's famous for a skill set. None of those people you mentioned have real skill sets.
I know.
Pete Davidson's kind of funny,
but does
a lot of drugs.
And
that's
this is what I'm
his
saying.
Big deal.
And Aaron Rodgers is my quarterback. But you know the old saying, you can't fly with the Eagles when you're kicking it with the chickens? He's down here kicking it with chickens.
That's his
freaking Aaron
prerogative.
Rodgers with talent down here kicking it with Shailene Woodley and all the the weirdos down here. He should be up there flying with the Packers, not the Eagles. Screw the Eagles.
I just the other people you said of like, okay, Kardashian, famous for other people's money, her dad.
Well, other people's other things too.
Yeah, well, but I mean that these are people that have been spoiled their whole life, and their opinions matter.
SPOILT. Spoiled.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we better give you the rundown, here and all that, because we do have this hour we're going to replay an interview. Sheriff Mike Harrington and Charles Eastlis joined us Friday. We're going to replay that for you here, give you an update, talking about the video, all that stuff there in, that they posted about the shooting and all that stuff. Had a great conversation, kind of talking all about that. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Juanita Jennings, Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell, will join us, give us an update what's happening around town, and tell us what's on our calendars here, and don't forget to visit. And then 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Mike Espiritu with the Roswell-Chaves County EDC, Economic Development Corporation, will be joining us, give us an update on what's happening there. Of course, they just had a job fair back on the 4th, like a week or so ago. And so we'll probably talk a little bit about that and what's coming up on tap in the future here with the EDCs. So that, plus all of your features, including your Smiley Wooten Roswell Livestock Report.
Teaser.
We'll do that here in just a few. And whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and take a look at that weather. I hear tell it's going to be warmer today.
It is.
That's what I hear tell.
I'm looking forward.
Here's your weather, so you can hear tell it yourself.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm over the next couple of days. We do have a cold front due in on Wednesday. No rain with that system, but it will be cooling us off by about 15 degrees or so. We'll hit about 80 for the afternoon high today. Plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 40s and clear. And then tomorrow we're in the mid 80s for the whole area and sunny. Back to the low 70s on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 40 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 47%. And winds currently out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Sunny today, high of 82 for our little region here. Winds will be out light and variable out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight with an overnight low of 42. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Another warm one for you Tuesday, sunny and 82 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the southwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 42. A little cooler, well, a lot cooler for Wednesday. Mostly sunny, highs near 70. So about a 10 to 12 degree drop there. Winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, it's going to be fall, chilly. Sunny skies, mid-50s, 55 officially for a high there. And then we're warming back up to near 70 on Friday, 69 there for a high. And then low 70s for Saturday, mid-60s for Sunday. So a little roller coastery. 80s today and tomorrow, down into the 70, near 70 for Wednesday, 50s for Thursday, then 60s for Friday. It's a little roller coastery there, but warm first couple days. All right, it is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's get you into your Roswell Livestock Report with Smiley Wooten. And then a quick break, and then on the other side, we'll play our interview we had Friday with Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington and Under Sheriff Charles Eastlis. Don't go away.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good November run with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves and light yearlings, several weaned and most with one round of shots. We expect to sell 2,350 head. Breaking down like this: 275 300 weighing cows and bulls, 125 pairs of bred cows, 1,900 2,000 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 37 bred cows, Anderson Ranch, Pyote, Texas. Excellent quality black, white face Angus and crossbred cows, bred to Angus or Hereford bulls. Cows 6 to 10 years old. 55 calves, Eason Ranch, Socorro, New Mexico. Ex-quality English crossbred calves, shots at Brandon, 350 500 pounds. 81 calves, Natalie, Humperville, Glenwood, New Mexico. Ex-quality Black Angus cross calves, shots at Brandon, 400 600 pounds. 58 steer calves, Mr. Fred Beard at Carlsbad. Ex-quality black white face Angus and Brangus cross calves, Boveshield Gold 8 way at Brandon, 400 550 pounds. 107 calves, Charles Holrack, El Paso, Texas. Ex-quality black and red Angus crossbred calves, cattle weaned. 2 rounds of Boveshield Gold 7-way, medium condition, 375 500 pounds. 172 calves, Triple R Ranch, Jowl, New Mexico. Ex-quality 9% black white face Angus and Brangus crosses. Cattlemaster 5 7-way at Brandon, 450, 650 pounds. 50K is Miss Carol McDonald, Carrizosa, New Mexico. Excellent quality black and red Angus. Crossbred calves, cattle weaned 45 days, medium condition, 375, 500 pounds. 86 calves, Key Livestock here at Roswell. Good quality black Angus cross calves, weaned 55 days, 2 rounds pyramid 5, 7-way, thin condition, 300, 400 pounds. 77 calves, the Pierce Ranch here north of Roswell. Excellent quality black white face, red white face Angus cross calves. Bovishield Gold 7-way at Brandon, 375, 575 pounds. 64 calves and light yearlings R Unit, Las Cruces, New Mexico. Ex-quality English crossbreds, medium condition, 450, 700 pounds. 40 calves, Mr. Chris Insenius at Moriarty. Ex-quality black Angus crosses, cattle weaned 30 days, 2 rounds of shots, 400, 500 pounds. 44 calves, Franklin Ranch, Melrose, New Mexico. Ex-quality black white face Angus crosses, shots at Brandon, 400, 600 pounds. Sale time this morning 9 o'clock. Sell pairs, bred cows 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings about 11:30. We expect to sell 2,350 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
There's never a bad time to break out a bag of La Poblanita Party Tostadas. At home, the office, in the club, wherever. Parties happen with La Poblanita Party Tostadas, the perfect crunch, seasoned just right and ready to get the party started. It's the dippable chip that bites back. The chips that make bland salsas better. Grab a bag of La Poblanita Party Tostadas at your local grocery store across all of southeastern New Mexico and take the party up a notch with La Poblanita Party Tostadas. They're all that and a bag of chips.
Fergie's Plumbing and Heating now has financing available through One Main Financial. Let Fergie's keep your house warm all winter long. Call 622-2260 today. And when you get a new HVAC unit from Fergie's, you get a $50 Cattle Baron gift card on them. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, 622-2260.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
Good morning. It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Chavis County Sheriff Mike Harrington and Under Sheriff Charles Easlis. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic. It's a Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah.
Although, for you guys, most of us are like, woo, it's Friday. You guys are like, oh, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Time to call in the extra forces here.
Yeah. Well, we have the Roswell High Goddard game tonight.
That's a big game tonight.
So,
I'm sure you and RPD will be
second one.
in presence there.
So we'll have a big presence out there. And
we'll have fun out there tonight. It's going to be a great game. I got to be honest. This is going to be I love this because both teams are pretty, equally matched.
Yes, they are.
And you're like, it could go either way. And that's fun. That's fun. I mean, we got two good teams that are competing against each other. It's great. Yeah.
And I like it because, one, it just involves our community and it allows all these kids to be a part of something that's really an important thing, especially for these seniors.
Yep.
This is going to be a good thing, and I think that now they're gonna be able to get out there and what's funny is they're all friends before the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you get out there, then
it's war.
All the crap talking starts, and then after it's over, they're all back to being friends again. So,
but that's how it always is.
It's how it is, and that's a
local.
good thing.
Yeah,
and
but
really,
I think it's just sports too.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't know if you
it's
guys
not
played
just football; it's everything.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys, because I played hockey, and we go to town, and afterwards
beat the heck out of each other,
and then you're slapping each other on the backs and everything afterwards. It's just the game, and you're competing.
I can tell you, I love it. I think it's a good thing for this community, and I think it's good for these kids. And we're going to be out there in numbers, big numbers, and
making sure everyone's having fun and enjoying the game.
We want you to enjoy the game, have a great time, but you step out of line, and we're going to be right there to make sure.
Just
put
one
you back
thing
in.
to avoid some potential drama here, that you can't buy tickets at the game tonight.
No,
you got to
everything
get them
is
in advance. Online,
That is right.
and no paper. You got to show them your smartphone or
That's
tablet
right.
or whatever.
Oh, man.
And it's for the UR code to scan it. And if you have your family, get them all on one, and that's what they're
That is
asking
correct.
for. Because of
High-tech.
COVID and security, everything else,
Yeah.
they don't want. And so I know there's probably going to be a few people at the gate that are going to not be aware of this,
Yeah.
and there's going to be
They
some.
may get upset.
So to just save everybody a little bit of hassle, go. There's a link on the school's
It's on
website,
the RSD website.
the RSD
That's
Facebook
correct.
page. All of that, it's got
Yeah.
it right there. Click on that. Get your tickets to that, and that's anything. If you're going
Yeah.
to watch volleyball up in
That's
Albuquerque,
all.
Yeah.
all
all
activities
across the
now.
board, yeah,
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Well, I'm all I'm asking is that it be cold, because when it's really cold, that's football weather, and also it's
And not
when
fighting
it's
weather.
when it's over, everyone's gone.
Well,
They don't stand around
That's it.
and shoot the bull. They are gone.
Sheriff, our overnight low tonight is 34.
All right,
It probably won't be 34 at say 9,
We're
10
almost
tonight.
Yeah.
freezing.
With
But it should be cold enough for people to want to hang out.
and as you see now, it's windy, and that wind is what cuts through you. So
Yeah, it's not supposed to be that windy today. I don't know what happened with that. But
well, I'm for us bigger guys, we're happy that it's windy.
yeah.
Because it really does cool you off, and it's nice.
Especially when you guys are geared up all day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you got
Yeah.
50 pounds of Kevlar and
Yeah.
Lord knows what else on you.
Yeah.
It does get hot out there a little bit.
And,
so.
exhausting.
and that's the lightest part of us, is what I say. But I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be a good thing. And, it's coming at a time right now where within this community we've had some terrible things that have happened, and, the loss of Mickey Reeves and
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
other things like that. But, I can tell you that this is going to bring everybody back up, and we can end the week on some high spirits, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we
Yeah.
got, of course, with the weekend here and stuff happening, of course, we're getting close to the holidays. So there's going to be
man.
more events and things
We're
happening.
2 weeks.
So
Amazingly, we're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving already.
I know, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's,
Well, it's even
it's
crazy.
just flying
It's-
by.
And
a little over a month and a couple of weeks of Christmas. That's
I know,
the crazy part.
and that's I know. Where
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
is right hot on the heels here.
Yeah.
Which it brings another busy time of year for
It
you
does.
guys.
It
when,
is
when
really.
families get together, unfortunately, the domestic violence does rise during this time of year, or will
Yeah.
be during the as we get close to these
Yeah.
times.
And the suicides.
yeah,
People get depressed.
We've been seeing
that's
just a
Sad.
uptick in suicides here the last couple of years, and I'm just putting out there to everybody: if you know somebody who is depressed or down and out, and they a lot of these individuals don't ask for help, but you can tell by somebody you've known your whole life if they're on that path, and you got to give them some help. I really don't know right now where the best places to go. We've got some good places here, but to get them to go with you is the hard part. And
Sure.
we've seen just suicide at a high rate, and that's a sad thing, especially when it is close to the holidays.
if you suspect and you study up on it, look for the signs, look for things, and some of the warning signs and things are very common, things that
Yep.
are obvious. Some are not so much the case.
That's right.
Like for instance, when someone's kind of made up their mind that
Yep.
they're going to do it, you might find them to be very pleasant in that time.
Yeah.
Because
They've
sometimes
created some
Yep.
calm in their mind
Yeah.
and made a decision.
They've come to a peace.
yeah, that's not uncommon for that to happen. So you're thinking, oh, they're doing better. And it's like they're doing better because they've made their mind
Yeah.
up that this
You
is
know,
what's going to happen.
An unfortunate, perfect example of a person like that is Robin Williams.
Yes.
He never changed who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would have ever thought in a million years that he would commit suicide. He was his life was spent around making people happy. But you just don't know what that person has in their own life.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if they've spent their life making others happy, it kind of goes back to if you're the counselor, who do you talk to?
Right.
If people come in to talk to you, who do you
Yeah, who
get
do you
to unload
turn
on?
to? Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's
We live
and so
that
that we
life.
want people to know, the sheriff wants people to know there's people out there.
Yes. Reach out,
You
talk
know.
to people, you never stop trying, be on the
Absolutely.
lookout.
And
Just
stress comes at all levels.
be observant, and
Yep.
and it's been probably more stressful than other times in the last 2 years for a lot of people, just because
Especially
of the
coming
environment
off
of
the
the world.
COVID and
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
lockdowns.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
if they're, employment. There's been other issues
Lost
created
loved
by
ones.
this over this time. Yeah,
Sure.
that's the recipe. It just is. So be mindful of it, especially during holidays where people get more a little more reminiscent during this time, especially if they're missing family for the first time this holiday season. Let's all look out for each other. And of course, the sheriff's department, all law enforcement, they're going to be doing the same. They're going to be helping people and making sure that they're getting to where they need to get to. And if something's because I imagine for you guys, more of your cases don't go from criminal to helping people, not so much criminal. Just these are people who need help. Before they get to something criminal or worse.
And we're doing that. One thing about the sheriff's office right now, and it's something that we do. We do community involvement of all sorts of things, which means going to your community event. It can mean, taking Christmas presents, or just like the other day, doing the Toys for Todd escort, or the Veterans escort, or doing whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
It's a part of this, and we want people to know that we're not only out there fighting crime, but we're out there serving this community in every way possible.
Absolutely.
To make this a better place. But that's one thing I wanted to say about Roswell. I have seen more people come out of the woodwork to help people than you have ever seen. Yeah. And what I mean by that is that whenever you've got somebody who's had a loss, or someone's house burns down, or a tragic scenario, these people are coming out of the woodwork and they help them. And that to me is so important, but also impressive.
They give
especially in today's times. It's the government tried to scare us away from being around people. Well, it's just drawing us closer together.
Sure.
And I describe it as the same thing as the bombing of the that happened in New York on 9/11. They expected that to cause disruption and chaos within the United States. What it is, it brought us together.
Sure.
And we turned around,
so to speak.
we turned around and went and kicked their butt. So, but that's what happens here is the people come together, and that's why, like tonight with the football game and all these things, even those who don't have an interest really in either team, but for football, they go out there because it's a community event.
Sure, it's a fun time.
And it's a fun time. Get you out of the house.
Come out,
get to enjoy it.
Get to cheer and clap.
So,
eat some popcorn and candy. Yeah,
so it really
Hot
is
chocolate.
a good thing.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of that, and we've got a lot more to go. Like I said, you got Christmas coming up.
We have several events coming up.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of things.
Let me ask real quick, because I know you guys constantly do this. Like you were asking for Halloween candy here to give out to kids. What about like during the Christmas? I know like whenever you guys come on, say a child with about to be taken into foster care, or anytime there's a child in a scenario there, a lot of times your deputies will keep like a little toy or like
teddy bears,
stuff for the kid to kind of give it a sense of coolness. I imagine you guys could probably use some more donations like that as far as like little stuffed bears or just knick-knacky kid stuff. Yeah. Things that they would like and enjoy. It doesn't have to be over the top crazy, just little things, little
simple things.
Yeah, like I don't know the latest technology, but those little egg Tamagotchi, things like that. Stuff that
one of the
kids
things that we've done is we've gone out of our own pocket and we'll buy, believe it or not, some of the best things in the world come from the dollar store.
Yeah.
And he and I have gone out of our own pocket, bought things, put them in the briefing area. The deputies will put them in their vehicles because, especially during the holidays, it gives that child something. Not that they may not get anything, but it gives them something to take their mind off of what's going on.
Sure. And to be honest, too, the kid remembers that. And then next time they see a law officer, they think, those are the guys that gave me toys. And, they think of law enforcement as a place to help them, not a adversarial thing.
The stuffed animals and all that's really a good thing. But what we've seen here lately that really works are those little poppet things that look like little bubbles.
Love it.
Those little bubbles.
Assorted colors.
Yeah, they're different colors, but
I don't have kids, so I don't know.
Just us
yeah,
OCD
so they're
people.
just plastic.
Okay,
but they have little bubbles, so you can pop them down.
Oh, so it's like a new version of a fidget spinner kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And when you're dealing with a child in this type of a situation, no matter if they're the victim or if they are now the victim because you're removing them, from a
scenario
situation.
Yeah.
When you give them that, they focus on that, and it takes their mind off of a lot of things. It distracts them and
trauma and everything.
That toy is so simple, but really,
effective.
It's like bubble wrap. You just flip it over and go again, but it really does work, and things like that are probably the best things.
Good.
And it also is whenever you give every kid in the house one of those. Now it's kind of like the cell phone where everyone's talking on it. Now they're all over there popping bubbles. So, but
so if you see those, grab
everything had its era. Remember the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah. So very, very good things that we can do. One of the things I wanted to talk about today also was, if you'll look in today's newspaper, you're going to see an article in reference to an attorney being upset with me or the sheriff's office for releasing videos on one of our officer-involved shootings. We're releasing every officer-involved shooting. And what she's upset about is, or that attorney's office is upset about, is that we didn't contact the family first. We don't. Because in reality, it doesn't matter what you call and tell the family. They've already got a lawsuit against us. They've got other things going. It's not going to be a good conversation either way.
Gotcha.
And not on my end, on their end. And so it's not about giving you a heads up. We put all the graphic warning. We put everything.
If I remember right, Charles narrates it and kind of goes step by step. And like you said, warnings and everything before.
And the whole thing about this is we are being protested on the courthouse lawn every Saturday. Pretty much every day, it seems like. But it's on Saturdays is the time when they're really out there. And the thing about that is they're calling us murderers. They're wanting me removed from office. They're saying all these things.
They're saying to release the video.
And we get more.
The video is released.
It is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we're getting, why are you covering this up? Why are you hiding it? Why are you not addressing this in? So we do.
You're being transparent.
We are
very transparent.
Exactly what happened.
From day one, the sheriff has said transparency.
Yep.
And that's what we do.
And then people ask, well, why did you wait so long? Well, we have to wait till the investigation is done.
Sure.
Because we don't release anything while the officers are being investigated by the
district attorney's office,
the shoot teams, or whatever there may be, by other officers or the district attorney.
Sure.
So we release it as quick as we can, and I can tell you, we sit on that for a very long time while being criticized and being torn apart, and we knew what the video was going to show, and we said, hey, this is what we did. And we made this video. It was not in any way meant to be disrespectful to the family.
Sure. Correct.
It was in every way to show that we did everything right.
And transparent.
And
I watched the video, and I think I shared it and everything else on our
So
transparency is very, very important.
It's very important. Yeah. But, my heart goes out to the family. Don't get me wrong in any way.
The video stated, you said at the end, it's like our hearts go out to the family.
Yes. And this is in no way to punish them, to try and
decisions are made by the victim, by the suspect in this situation.
That's right.
And that's where we're at today, and that's unfortunate. And yes, there
law enforcement is a response.
And if one thing you notice when you watch this video, if you haven't had a chance to go check it out, I know it's on our wall. You got to scroll down. It's certainly on the sheriff's department.
It's on our
wall to check out there. If you notice, there's about several scenarios that this could have been stopped by the suspect where it did not. And that's the point I'm making. It's when you're at the point when you have your hands up and then you start reaching for a gun, it's game over there.
Over.
You can't. The officer has zero wiggle room.
That's right.
To talk you out of it at that point.
Well,
that's especially when you put your hand. That's a sign of surrender.
Yeah.
And so the police officer's like, okay, you've given up. But when then you start digging in your hand again for which turned out to be the gun, if I remember right, when he's reaching in there.
And actually, he didn't have the gun with him.
Okay.
The gun was back in his car.
Yeah.
But the furtive movement that he made,
it looked like a gun.
He really went in and he pulls the entire pocket out of his pocket, and that's what you see coming out. But he's got his hand gripped like it's a gun.
Yeah.
But in the time that to slow it down and put it in stills like we did, you have all the time in the world to Monday morning quarterback this.
Sure.
That's right.
But the reality of it is when we play it in full speed, it's seconds.
Yes.
And you have to make that decision and split based on what you know and based on the furtive movements.
And that's when training kicks in and everything else. And everyone knows this. Even an officer or a person, if they've been trained in certain scenarios or certain tactics,
sure,
even when they are scared to death or they're they don't have the ability for their mind to communicate as fast, their body and their mind act together without you having to think about it.
And if you notice in the video, I'll point this out, as soon as the suspect is on the ground,
the training
and they're on him, they're doing CPR, they're doing medical aid on him right away.
Our job, like all agencies, we are a life-saving organization. And that's what it comes down to. Whether it be the suspect or a victim or anything else. And we react to an action, and then we go right back into that mode. And they did we're very proud of their training. We're very proud of the way they handled themselves. It shows on the video that they, like you said, they go straight from having to commit an act or solve an act, I should say, or stop an act. They go right back into
it's life-saving mode.
Well,
and that's our job. That's
our role as lifesavers.
And I get, people are raising a stink here. I'm like, well, ask the people that this person victimized, the people he threatened, the people that how they feel about it. Where are their rights? Where it's personal responsibility is something we all have to. If this is how the United States of America works.
That's right.
You want freedoms, you want less government.
You want the freedom of choice.
The cost of that is your personal responsibility.
That's right.
You can't abuse that power. And if you do, there's going to be repercussions for that. And unfortunately, this incident is a result of that.
Yep. And what we've seen in this instance as well is the person who was the victim, without the video being released, was one of the ones over on the courthouse lawn with a sign up saying "Justice for," and when the video came out, it showed she's the one who made the call. She's the one who said exactly what he was doing. Put a gun to her head, face,
we don't
and everything.
Make these things up.
But it ends up showing that when everything is over, everybody flip flops on you, and so we have to. I am so thankful that the county has allowed me to spend the $60,000 a year on body cameras. It is the best thing we've ever done. We have car cameras, we have backseat cameras, and we have the front viewing camera on the car. So, and the GPS on every one of those things is awesome. It helps us with everything we do. There's no questioning where my deputy is at, where his car is at, or what he's been doing, because it's recorded.
Yeah.
And so when someone comes in and they say, well, I want to make a complaint, I'm like, and I send them to the undersheriff, and the first thing they do is they says, okay, let's watch the video. When they realize there's a video,
they get
because in the heat of passion or the heat of the moment, they can't remember everything they say. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to show you exactly what was said. I'm going to show you exactly what was done. And then 9 times out of 10, when they walk out of there, they're like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that happened, or that I said that, or that we did this, or that he did this.
Yeah, you're dealing with people that heighten emotions.
Yes.
With heightened emotions, you tend
you're
to
dealing with humans.
Things that are
and
irrational.
Dealing with humans.
Right.
Yeah.
I had one come in and chew me out, saying we never responded. I went back, reviewed the video. We had not just one, but 3 deputies there. And then I reviewed the 911 call, and she says, "Don't contact me. I don't want them to know I called." So when I show that to her, she goes, "Oh, I forgot I said that. I apologize. Can I take back that butt chewing I just gave you?" I said, "No, it's okay. But that's all right. Just,
Yeah.
Now,
so and so to give a little bit of notice, we have 2 more videos that we're going to be releasing of officer-involved shootings, and like I said, it's nothing to the family.
The video shows
it's that
what happened.
We as a law enforcement agency are accountable to the people, and right now, the people. Not everybody. I'm talking about the 1% that is very vocal, is screaming, "Why are you not showing us this video? Are you hiding something? Are you doing this?" We're not hiding anything. We just only have a short amount of time to be able to make these videos.
Sure.
And what I mean by that is we're busy working all day long, and we're trying to get them out there. We're trying to make sure that it doesn't show anything that's too something that the family's not going to see and really destroy them. But, on if we would have played this video like the news media did and put 2 seconds worth of video up there.
Just cut it up.
It made us look like we didn't do anything by law. And what I mean by that is following the law. And they made it seem that way. So when we put this out, even on this post, there's people who say, when we watched the news broadcast, we thought you guys were guilty. We thought they murdered this guy.
Editing is an amazing tool that they can do to make any scenario look one way or another.
And that's one thing that we do not do. We
play it as it is.
We play it.
Sure.
We stop and start it at a certain point, but there is nothing redacted in the middle.
And it's really, believe me, as the sheriff and as a person who really cares for this community and the people within this community, you never want to see anything like this ever happen. But there's also some officers who were involved in this, some deputies, some police officers from the city. All these agencies are involved in these things, and I'm going to tell you, they're suffering from this as well.
That's right.
You think the families are the only ones that are suffering from this?
Exactly.
No way.
These
deputies, they go straight.
This isn't something they woke up that morning and
they don't
want to
go out and kill people.
Right.
No one wants to
Nobody
do that.
does.
That's right.
And let me tell you, and I'm going to tell you this, and I've been involved in some things in my career doing this 26 years. You never forget a face that you're working on doing CPR and everything that is right there in front of you.
It's haunting.
It's haunting.
And I'll tell you, you dream about it.
Yep, you
all
dream
the time.
about it. And so these,
I don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, so
you just don't.
The whole
y'all
thing,
take care of yourselves. Just thinking, make sure y'all talking to people you need to talk to.
And we are lucky to have the pastors who come in and bless us and bless the building and talk to these guys, and
because we talk to them.
And we do have counselors
Absolutely.
that are available and things like that we can get people to. The hardest part is, just like we were talking about a minute ago,
getting them
is
to do it.
get them to do it.
Sure.
Because
no one wants to admit they have a problem.
No,
especially
especially early on in their career.
Yeah.
They have to put on this show that they are this
bravado.
new superhero.
Yeah. So we have to show them, that there's two things that they need to know. One is we're human just like everybody else. We have emotion. And two, we will get past this.
That's right.
We're going to teach them. Your job is to get out there and save the lives of others and to save your life. And if you do those things, this is sometimes the things that are going to happen.
Sure.
And we pray to God that it never happens again. I can tell you, we pray on that over and over and over, but we live in a world right now that there's chaos.
Yeah.
And that there is crime, and that there is people out there who are being told law enforcement are the bad guys, and they don't listen to you, and they do things that put them into this situation, both the officer and the suspect. Mm-hmm. So we are very, very forthcoming to these guys, and I'm also very open and forthcoming to the public at the time that I can be.
Sure.
There's times that we just can't say anything.
Well, there's sensitive material. There's
right.
legalities and personal respect that you have to honor.
Sure.
But at the same time, when you're being accused of brutality or whatever it is, you have a right to say, hey, this is what's going on here, because, and this is the lesson we all need to learn is there are for every decision you make. There is a reaction, good and bad.
Good and bad.
Every single decision. That's what being a human and being free is. You've got to learn and understand that and weigh the consequences of that decision and make that. So, it's no different than every other thing you do in life. If you make a decision, there's going to be a good things that happen from that, and there's going to be things that aren't necessarily good from that. And you've got to be willing to understand that and understand the repercussions for that. It's just like you take drugs.
Yep.
Sure, it may not get you this first time, but some point you keep doing this, it's going to catch up with you.
And the people it affects around you.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing is just like a person when they commit suicide. When they've got it figured out and they know this is what they're going to do, they're only thinking about it easing their pain, not the pain it's getting ready to cause everybody else.
Sure.
But the one thing that I really want to get out there is, we are very compassionate. We have feelings for the families and everyone else out there and say, you know what, we're sorry for your loss, and we're sorry that it went the way that it did, and there's not much more that I can do but say that.
Sure.
And but I do have that. I do pray for them. I pray for my guys, and I pray for me. So the other thing that I wanted to put out there, and I wanted to let people know, on the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, the Facebook changed its whole deal where you can't share to certain pages now. So you can't have brother or sister pages,
Gotcha.
So before I used to be able to go on there and it would go straight out to these other pages automatically.
Gotcha. It would funnel out to the whole thing.
It would funnel out. Now you can't do that. So it's the stuff that I'm putting out now is just on the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page.
Okay.
So I really need people to go to that page, follow it. If you're on any of my other pages, please go to that page. Go to the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. I don't know why Facebook did what they did, but that is the most complicated change that I have ever seen.
By the time you get it figured out?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I wished I wouldn't have clicked on that update button, because you update it and you're thinking, okay, that's going to be, and then it went to complete chaos. So because you can't put some things, and it's really crazy. So please go to that if you want to know what's going on, community events or things that we're involved in, as well as the people who we're arresting. And if you're just like with that video that we placed out, we put the pictures of all the drunk drivers that we get. We put out everyone's name who we arrest, unless you're a minor. But then I put juvenile male, juvenile female. Mm-hmm. I even had one person come on there and say, "You mean you're going to arrest an 11-year-old for marijuana? What? Like if it's what? Yeah." Yeah, you can't have it, and it's
like alcohol. 21
and old. I'm going to say, and you're not shocked that an 11-year-old has marijuana?
No, they're not.
That's the part that you're not disturbed about.
Right.
And see, that's the whole thing.
Why and how did they get it?
99% of the people are supportive, or let me rephrase that. They are going with the flow.
They understand it.
They just live their life and they don't do much. We have 1% out there that's very loud, and those are the ones that sometimes you're like, "Are you crazy?"
And the internet gives the biggest platform.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Are you serious? You think that it's okay for an 11-year-old to get marijuana? Because let me tell you what's on marijuana today.
Yeah,
fentanyl. They're lacing every drug known to man right now. They're lacing them with fentanyl.
This is stuff on the street and all that.
And it will kill you, and it will kill your kids. Wow. And it doesn't take anything. Of the very smallest amount of fentanyl can kill you. And so when someone makes that comment, all I do is say, God, give them some common sense and give them some sense or something, because they have zero.
Yeah.
And they have no compassion, and they want the world to be a free-flowing deal where that has never worked and it will not work.
And we don't have a problem with adults.
Yeah.
It's legal. That's their choice.
Sure. Yeah.
But the question is the 11-year-old. There's rules to it.
Again, goes back to decision.
Exactly.
Make a decision.
Just like alcohol.
For me, the craziest thing that ever happened, well, not the craziest thing, because this governor's done some crazy things, but you legalize marijuana without creating places to sell marijuana.
Sure.
So where are the dispensers? Because you only have medical marijuana. Where are the dispensers? Well, I'll tell you where they're at. They're with the drug dealer. Yeah. That's where they're at. They're with the guy who's now getting medical marijuana, who's selling it to his buddy, or they're growing it, or they're doing whatever. And there is no true way of saying you're getting the cleanest of marijuana, which means there's nothing added to it.
It's not like where they go to distilleries and things, and there's protocols and checking and all that.
Yes.
Right.
That's got to be put in place before you just say, "Here you go, start smoking marijuana."
See, and those folks are doing things the way they're supposed to be done.
Sure.
But
that's the medical marijuana side. They're doing it by the book.
Sure.
But what I'm talking about is...
But your drug dealer on the corner...
Recreational.
Yeah, the recreational, there's nobody selling that. You can't go to Walmart. You can't go to Town and Country. You can't go or Stripes. You can't go to any of these places and get it to where you know it hasn't been laced with something else. And
somebody.
Somebody's
the guy
got
on the corner.
And you don't know what it is. You don't even know if you're getting marijuana, really.
Sure.
So we've seen this, but the one thing that I have seen is that the craziest of things were accepted as normal. Now we've seen a change coming to where hopefully there will be some actual normalcy coming back because people are fed up.
Yeah.
And we have seen that. We're moving forward. But I tell people this too shall pass, and we're going to be able to go on. But the one thing is the Chaves County Sheriff's Department is going to be out there making sure you toe the line.
Sure. And if you need help, they're there to help you.
They're here to help us.
And
they're here to help us.
We are proactive in one area, and we are reactive in other areas.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's life as an officer.
And that is
yes, it is.
That's right.
Jack of all trades and master of them all.
And
it's going to be both. You know?
We're hoping the proactive slows down the reactive.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
There's no, and really, and you probably have the better job, but there's no better job than the job that we have. And the reason for it is because we see people in the good times and the bad times.
Sure.
And it makes you appreciate what good times that you have because you do know that there is bad times out there, that there are things happening around you. And, and it's been crazy. We've lost a lot of people this last week, and it's just crazy how fast someone could be gone.
This year.
And so it's something you cherish them, you value them, and you hold them close, but you can't control everything that's going to happen. And so that's
You're not guaranteed tomorrow.
That's right.
And
that's it.
We don't learn that lesson until it happens.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right. So,
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
very
having
much.
us.
For everything you guys do.
TGIF.
Yeah, absolutely.
All day.
Yep.
All day. Behave yourselves.
Yeah.
So
Calm
we
down. Enjoy
roll
the
into the
football game.
weekend.
tonight.
Yep. So that's what I said. They asked me, what team are you cheering for? Both.
There you go.
That's right.
You don't ever get caught up in that mess.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't ever get caught up in that.
I'm Switzerland
Yeah,
too.
that's
I
right.
don't get involved in that.
I'm like
one
that.
as well.
Yes, go. When they score over here, we cheer. When they score over there, we cheer.
And I'm from Maryland, so I don't have a alumni either.
Yeah.
So,
There you are.
So I'm safe.
Yeah. So that's
But thank
good.
you guys.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
Thank
We
you for having us.
appreciate
Anytime. 9 o'clock.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. Class 5A quarterfinal football game on Friday, and it was a couple of teams very familiar with each other. Goddard against Roswell, and this time it was Goddard that takes the victory. These two teams had played in the regular season, Roswell winning that by 2 points. This time Goddard wins 14-3. John Silva, a big 75-yard touchdown run in the second quarter, put the Rockets up 7-3, and then they sealed it with a 36-yard interception return for a touchdown by Elias Armendariz. Goddard moves on to play Los Lunas on Saturday. That'll be in Los Lunas. Meanwhile, St. Mike's defeated NMMI in the 3A quarterfinals 34-14. Socorro knocks off Dexter 41-0. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy. Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud supporter of local high school sports.
Loveless Healthcare Center is proud to offer pediatric services and is now taking new patients. Loveless offers a full spectrum of pediatric services, including complete well child checkups, immunization, sports physicals, and treatment of illnesses such as the common cold. Know the ones you love most will receive the best pediatric care at Loveless Healthcare Center. To schedule an appointment, call 575-625-3222.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect. that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
And we're closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News coming up next. Juanita Jennings will join us next hour. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden's poll numbers dropping to yet another record low. A new Washington Post ABC News poll. Just 41% of the respondents approve of the job that Mr. Biden is doing. That's down 11% since the spring. Dissatisfaction also growing among Democrats. While 80% of them approve, it is a 14-point decline in 5 months. And the president will sign the infrastructure bill into law today.
It's a major accomplishment for the Biden administration, and the White House is planning a big bill signing ceremony. The $1 trillion infrastructure deal had the backing of both Democrats and Republicans, and the president insists that's important.
It's hard, but we can still come together to get something big done for the American people.
Last week, the president told his cabinet that one of their biggest responsibilities is to make sure the money is used efficiently and effectively. Greg Clugston, Washington.
A deadly explosion in a taxi outside a hospital in Liverpool, England, was caused by an improvised explosive device. And while police say it is being treated as a terrorist incident, the motive remains unclear.
The city's mayor says a cab driver's quick actions averted a potential disaster. The male occupant of a taxi was killed and its driver injured when the vehicle burst into flames outside Liverpool's Women's Hospital on Sunday morning. Liverpool Mayor Joanne Anderson says the taxi driver had locked the doors of his cab so the passenger couldn't leave. She said his heroic efforts had managed to divert what could have been an absolutely awful incident. 3 men in their 20s have been arrested. Charles de Ledesma, London.
And watching Wall Street this morning, stocks starting off the new week on an up note. Right now, the Dow trading about 83 points higher. The NASDAQ Composite Index ahead 40, and the S&P 11 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, I'm Nick. And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box so that family memories would be safe and could always be enjoyed together.
And this year, we're offering you early access to our incredible Black Friday sale so you can finally digitize your home movies and photos.
1 million families and counting have trusted Legacy Box to convert their aging media because Legacy Box is safe, simple, and affordable.
From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your videotapes, film reels, and photos aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. And with the holidays approaching, don't wait. Simply fill your Legacy Box, and we'll take care of the rest.
This is the first time we've offered Black Friday savings this early, and it's the most meaningful thing you can do this holiday season.
It's time to relive your most important memories and take advantage of Legacy Box's best sale of the year.
Visit legacybox.com/LBox to get early access to our Black Friday sale. That's legacybox.com/LBox for an irresistible deal. legacybox.com/LBox.
The U.S. Secretary of State traveling to Kenya for talks about the war in Ethiopia, as well as the security situation in Sudan and Somalia.
Secretary Blinken will discuss regional security with his host, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who's recently been to Ethiopia to meet with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. It is in Abuja that Mr. Blinken is expected to announce the U.S.-Africa policy. His discussions with Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari will cover human rights and energy access. Africa's trade with the U.S. is dominated by oil exports. The trip will conclude in Senegal with a meeting with President Macky Sall, who is expected to take over chairmanship of the African Union.
The BBC's Ann Soy. China confining nearly 1,500 university students to their dorms and hotels following an outbreak of COVID-19 in the northeastern city of Dalian. News and analysis at townhall.com. It might be one of the last places you'd expect to find people going hungry.
It's a crisis that existed for years inside one of the most well-funded institutions on Earth. As many as 160,000 active-duty U.S. military members are having trouble feeding their families. Feeding America estimates 29% of troops in the junior enlisted ranks faced food insecurity in the past year. In response, a network of charities such as the Armed Services YMCA and Blue Star families developing an infrastructure of food banks near major domestic bases. Jason Walker reporting.
Former Senate and presidential candidate Democrat Beto O'Rourke announcing that he will run for governor of Texas next year. To get on Wall Street this hour, the Dow is up 61 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Rhythm, ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to it. Hope all of you are having a delightful Monday so far.
Back to the grind.
Yeah.
Hopefully a good weekend.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, I mean, a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Did you venture out at all?
Yeah, huh?
Did you venture out at all?
Well, Saturday I did some errands and things, and I was monitor work stuff, football and that, or volleyball. But and then Sunday, now ran some more errands and watched NFL football. That was pretty much my Sunday.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't here for all the hullabaloo on Saturday.
Oh, no,
I sort of like
we got it all taken care
I don't
of.
have a remote for the first time in like 4 weeks. I'm leaving town.
No, we got her all good. Cool. We had some the internets decided not to cooperate at like 6 a.m. Saturday morning. But
sometimes the internet needs a weekend too.
That happens.
Now we ended up in the cool pines of Ruidoso.
Yeah.
Ended up dropping a line in the water. It was kind of nice.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was nice. Haven't actually gone fishing in like 15 years and haven't enjoyed fishing my entire life. But turns out it's the company you keep.
This is true.
Yeah, didn't catch a doggone thing, but yeah, it was fun to just kind of get away, enjoy the mountains a little bit, and get some fresh air.
Huh. So, where do y'all go fishing at?
Well, she has a couple different places, spots that she goes to. We ended up at Grindstone.
Okay.
And it's kind of a little fishing hole there.
Okay.
Decent crowd. I mean, it was hard to kind of find a spot. We kind of had to like wait it out and wait for people to leave the sweet spot for us to kind of like sneak in. But yeah, it was a good time.
They must have got them all.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is they walked out with like a basket full and we're like, ooh, that's a good spot. Yeah, it was for them.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good deal. So, what was the temps like up there? Was it?
It was rather nice. I mean, I was coat weather, obviously, but
Yeah, I imagine it was a little cooler.
60s and 70s. I mean, it was like upper 60s.
Yeah, because I imagine it's probably a little quiet there right now because it's not quite skiing season.
Right.
The horse season's over with, so
it is
horse racing.
And
I imagine
there was a bit of a lull. I did notice downtown was its usual packed, capacity crowd. But like for example, we went to the Circle J barbecue up there.
Yeah, they have good barbecue.
They really do.
Years
and it was not at all a problem to find a table. I mean, it was easy to get it. Which usually that place is call ahead and you have to wait like 20 minutes to get in, but relatively easy this time. So
yeah, I haven't eaten there in years.
Kind of snuck in. But.
I think I used to eat there when I was in the military and we'd all go. But I think I've only eaten once or twice since I've been out of the military there. Because, Now that my in-laws don't live there, we're not there as often.
Mm-hmm.
But my in-laws, they know everybody, know everything. So we tried every hole in the wall and every little spot in Ruidoso.
You've got your spots. Like you've got, and there's one that I usually go to. We didn't go this time. Called Jorge's, which is a breakfast lunch spot.
Yeah,
they got really good like Mexican breakfast, like chilaquiles and stuff like that.
And I was a big fan of Can't Stop Smoking. Mm-hmm. They had a good, so that's probably why I didn't go to the Circle J as often because the Can't Stop Smoking came. Mm-hmm. Of course, they caught fire right before COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think they've ever rebuilt. I'm not sure. I haven't heard one way or the other.
Well, they did stop smoking. Yeah. It turns out they can.
Too soon.
They can't hear us. Actually, turns out they might be able to. I picked us up in Ruidoso proper, not in the valley.
Yeah, you can. You can you kind of lose this when you go into the Hondo Valley and all that area, but you do pick us up again as you kind of go through that valley.
Ruidoso proper, and then in Alto, we're crystal clear.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Well, it's elevation. Yeah. It's a lot higher up there.
That's very odd.
Yeah. It's when you're in the valley, you don't pick up as much as you do when you're in the mountains.
It's fun to be in radio and then have like people in your life that aren't, because like what I like to do is surf the channels specifically to listen for commercials.
Yeah,
it sort of drives people that you're in the car with crazy because first of all, she's like, "This is my radio." No, she never said that. I'm kidding, but I do kind of like look around for the commercials. I look listening for those. So I'm not the most fun person to drive with when it comes to listening to the radio. You will take over if you want to enjoy yourself. So she took over.
Well, and that's usually with my wife and I. It's who's driving,
right? And that's how I've always felt it was.
And so it's weird. On road trips, I tend to drive more, but locally, she drives more generally. And I think it's because she likes her car, and she likes my Jeep, but I don't think she doesn't like the climbing up and in and out of it all the time. And I prefer to drive my Jeep over her car because that's what I like, and But you know what it is, to be honest? Her car has so many bells and whistles, it's distracting.
Yeah, yours is sort of like a bare bones, like worn down kind of. Well, you don't have all the shiny stuff.
I have what I want.
It's rugged. It's supposed to be tough, a tough man's vehicle.
I got Bluetooth, and so I can Bluetooth my phone. Sure. That's really the only creature comfort I need. Like I have manual locks, I have manual windows.
Same.
The only creature comfort I really wanted. You know what? In all fairness, keyless entry would be nice.
Well, yeah, I admit would be a fun feature to have.
But this Jeep doesn't have it, and to be honest, it's simpler because of it.
Now I'm curious.
But her car has like driving assist. It's got cameras it's got the aerial view, but it's got that like even the driver assist, so it'll like if you try to change lanes without signaling, it'll beep at you and try to fight you and all this. And then if you which I mean I get it, it's all safety, but at what point am I I'm the driver of the car, right? I'm still, and I don't like that. I don't like the less control I have, the more I'm giving up to the car, the less I like.
I agree with that 100%. I am curious. Now, you're the only one who's ever driven your Jeep, correct?
My wife's driven it.
I was going to ask, has she driven it?
Yeah, she's driven it.
Okay. See, because that's...
And to be honest...
how do you feel? How does that make you feel, though?
Thomas Beard's driven my Jeep once.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, because like at remotes and stuff, if you forgot something and his truck was not available, I said, well, take Jeep, go get it.
What I mean by that is primarily you're the driver, but how do you get that weird feeling when like you're in your own passenger seat?
Yes.
When like you usurp the control of your vehicle to someone else?
It does not feel natural.
It doesn't, right?
Yeah.
I gotta admit, it's like I've been in situations where not only I've nobody besides me has driven my vehicle. Like it's just been my car.
Sure.
But other vehicles in the past I've had, where it's like I've been put in the passenger seat. It's just and I don't like it. It's not necessarily I don't like not being in control.
Yeah.
I don't like not being in control of my own vehicle.
Well, yeah, because I can sit in my wife's car and I'm just fine.
Yeah. But if I was like in the passenger seat of my car, it's like,
I would feel oogie. Yeah.
This doesn't feel right. I'm not supposed to be over here.
Have you ever sat in the back seat?
Yeah, I did.
And
once.
That was really weird.
So here's what it was. I was actually vacuuming out my car, and I'm like, I end up closing the door. I'm like, huh. So this is what this is like. Just to kind of feel what it's like to be in the back seat. Never while it's driving. because I'm the only one who's driven my vehicle. But yeah, that's a very odd feeling to usurp the control.
Good deal. Okay, good. Everything got worked out there too.
Good.
Because I was like, we had a little scheduling
guest kerfuffle
issue, but Tanner's on the case and he got it taken care of. So, that's a little weird. There's times where I've kind of when it's my car, and I've been more of that since I've been the Jeep owner.
Right.
Like when I had, because I've had some cars in the past, RAV4s, and they're nice cars.
Yeah.
But I've always been the Jeep's something I've wanted since 16, and now, yours. Yeah, this is, and to be honest, that Jeep is probably the first brand new car I've ever bought, like on my own, altogether.
Right.
I've bought used cars, I've leased new cars, I've helped my wife purchase new cars. I've never bought one for me myself.
Right.
And that was the first time I said, you know what, this is the first time I'm owning a vehicle that no one's owned before me. That and now, granted, my wife, technically I kind of own that too, but it's not for me. It's for my wife.
Sure.
So it was kind of nice. So, and to be honest, I will probably drive that Jeep into the ground, and then go buy another Jeep. That's kind of how I feel like the rest of my life's going to be.
For what it's worth, I would keep it on the road. It's really not a good idea to drive it into the ground. That usually voids the warranty.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I drove into the ground. There's nothing we can do for you.
I drove it in the air. I saw Dukes of Hazzard. That didn't end well either.
I did. I drove into the air first, and then it drove into the ground. It actually drove itself into the ground. Gravity was actually at fault here. Let's be honest. Isaac Newton is to blame.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. He's at fault for my vehicle.
Yep.
Can we tax him posthumously?
Maybe we can. Never mind. I was going to make a joke about Fig Newtons. They're not related.
They're not.
I was going to say, well, maybe we can just sue the Fig Newton Corporation.
They're not related. They are delicious.
They are. But Sir Isaac and the Fig Newton, no relation whatsoever. Fig Newton's about a town in Massachusetts, I think.
Right. Don't you dare call it a cookie either. That's fruit and cake.
You know what? Fig Newton, my problem with Fig Newton.
Dry?
No, I like the original Fig Newton. I'm down for. I'll eat it. Sure, you throw me some Fig Newtons. I'm like, yeah, they're delicious little tasty snacks. When Fig Newton tried to go like fancy and other flavors of Fig Newton, I'm like,
the strawberry, the blueberry. It's like, no,
stop.
Now, admittedly, they do it the best. Like next to like a Nutri-Grain bar, they do their filling the best.
Yeah.
For a I was going to call it a cookie, for a fruit and cake pastry.
Yeah.
They do it the best with their filling. But you just if you're going Fig Newton, you have to go original fig, in my opinion, because you need that consistency that is a fig consistency.
Anything other than the original flavor of Fig Newton is a fake, a fugazi.
A fake Newton.
Fugazi
Newton. A Foog Newton.
Forget about it.
Foog Newton.
What are you talking about? Blueberry Fig Newton. Forget about it. Ain't no talking about no blueberry Fig Newton. Let me give you the rundown of the show. I'm pretty sure that's what Al Pacino would say. We're gonna have Juanita Jennings, Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell, join us here in just a few minutes and give us an update on what's happening in and around the city. Of course, just got through the Halloween holidays and now getting into the fall and Thanksgiving, then Christmas stuff. So, but we're going to get an update on what's happening around the town here with Juanita in just a few minutes. Later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with your town hall business update, and also whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm over the next couple of days. We do have a cold front due in on Wednesday. No rain with that system, but it will be cooling us off by about 15 degrees or so. We'll hit about 80 for the afternoon high today. Plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 40s and clear. And then tomorrow we're in the mid 80s for the whole area and sunny. Back to the low 70s on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. And currently 47 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 39%. Winds currently out of the northeast at 3 miles per hour. With the low humidity and all that, they're going to give us a fire weather watch for tomorrow, November 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's because, dry conditions. That's how it usually works. But today we're going to be warm, 82, sunny. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 15. Clear skies tonight with an overnight low of 42. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Another warm one for you Tuesday. Of course, we do have that fire weather watch as well. Sunny, 82. Winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Tuesday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 42. And then after Tuesday, we get a little roller coastery with our temperatures. We're going to be near 70 on Wednesday. So we'll go from 82 to 70 on Wednesday. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we're looking at clear skies with an overnight low of 30. Yeah, that's below freezing. And then Thursday, our highs only supposed to hit 55. So mid-50s on Thursday. But that's short-lived. We're going to be freezing once again for overnight Thursday night. Friday, we're going to be up near 70 again. 69, mostly clear. 69 officially, but warmer. And then for the weekend, dare I say pleasant. Sunny and 73 on Saturday. Mid-60s, 66, and mostly sunny on Sunday. But that is the weekend before Thanksgiving. Come on now. We can't have 80s all the time. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then Juanita Jennings, Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell, will join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, crawl around up there, and try to spot the problem until... Or you could call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. Let Do Right do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Fergie's Plumbing and Heating now has financing available through One Main Financial. Let Fergie's keep your house warm all winter long. Call 622-2260 today. And when you get a new HVAC unit from Fergie's, you get a $50 Cattle Baron gift card on them. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, 622-2260.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
You may have heard of SmartHub. SmartHub is Central Valley Electric's online tool for members to manage their electric account. With SmartHub, not only can you securely pay your bill online, you can view your detailed electric use 24 hours a day. You can report an outage while staying up to date with the latest co-op news, compare past and current electric use. Sign up for paperless billing or reoccurring payment so that your payment is never late. The best thing is you can access SmartHub from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so it goes everywhere you go. Visit cvecoop.org to get started or give us a call.
Pico Propane and Fuels is pleased to join forces with Advanced Energy and Don Davis to serve the Roswell community. For over 25 years, Pico Propane and Fuels has been providing customers with high-quality products and reliable service. Discover the kind of service you deserve. From underground and above-ground tank installations to reliable deliveries of propane for your home or business, Pico Propane and Fuels wants to be your go-to partner. Running out of propane in the middle of a hot shower or while grilling outdoors would not be an ideal situation. Sign up for their free Keep Full program with tank monitoring and never worry about running out of propane again. They also offer convenient cylinder exchange and refills. Call Pico Propane and Fuels today, 575-622-7921 for all your propane needs. That's 575-622-7921 or visit them online at picopropane.com. Pico Propane and Fuels. We sell service.
There's magic in the air. The 40th annual Holiday Magic Art and Craft Show. Friday and Saturday, November 19th and 20th at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds, featuring a variety of unique handmade creations by artists, artisans, and crafters from New Mexico and Texas, mixing returning favorites with many new exhibitors. Featured artists include Judy Alvarez and Wandine Phipps from Artesia, New Mexico. Find an array of unique crafts such as fine art, jewelry, pottery, glass and woodwork, women's and children's apparel, leatherwork, stuffed bears, and sweet green chili. Tasty treats like pumpkin rolls by Deborah Lucas, Keek's Tie, Sandra's Roasted Corn, mini donuts by Karen Hendricks, and plenty more. Door prizes including nativity sets, paintings, gift certificates, and more. Admission is $2 and kids 12 and under are free. Google Holiday Magic 2021 to learn more. Holiday Magic, November 19th and 20th at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds. Put a little magic into your holiday season.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The Goodyear Rubber Company researched and concluded that shoes wear out faster on the right foot than on the left. To fix this, just walk backwards for half the day. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, we have our Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell, Juanita Jennings, back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
It's great. It's Monday. Just
Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
Thanksgiving is around the corner.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a great week.
And, of course, city's been going and busy. I know we're just kind of getting through all the Halloween stuff and all that. And now, turn our attention to the holidays and all that. There's so much going on, even, through all of the city's different departments and things. There's just a lot happening, from the zoo to the aquatic center to the museum. There's just a lot going on.
Yes, lots of stuff happening. So just this past weekend, we had our great fundraiser for Spring River Zoo, which was Race for the Zoo. Would have loved to see more participation, but we have another event coming up called Reindeer Run. Okay. It'll be on December 18th. Okay. Again, fundraising for the zoo is happening right now. So if you have an end of the year gift that you would like to give, you can go on our website. It's springriverzoo.com. It is tax deductible.
Awesome.
Any donations that are received on springriverzoo.com go directly to the zoo. So the general fund doesn't get to keep that money, which is really great for the zoo.
So it's direct benefit to the zoo.
To the zoo.
And that's also the place if you want to maybe do a little Christmas shopping for zoo swag, stuff like that too.
So just this afternoon at 3:00 on our website, you're going to see a launch of a membership opportunity. So you can give the gift of membership for a family, for an individual, for all of next year. So from January 2022 through December 31st, it comes with memorabilia. So either I think it's like a shirt or a mug. You get to choose on the website, but definitely, give a gift this year of experience. Is kind of our thought process. There'll be one for the zoo, and then of course for the Roswell Recreation and Aquatic Center as well.
Yeah, those are great ways to, and then that's great family gifts, family fun, because those are things you can do as a family, both Aquatic Center, Recreation Center, the zoo. Yeah. These are things you can be a part of too. And since we're talking that real quick, I just want to throw in another. Sure. If you reach out to Kathy Lay with the City of Roswell, they, she does a lot of the Keep Roswell Beautiful stuff, but part of her umbrella is the volunteer side, and there's lots of opportunities for youth groups, for adults, for say college or high school students that maybe you want to be a veterinarian someday, or maybe you want to be a city engineer someday. There's opportunities to kind of intern a little bit and volunteer with various departments in the city. And of course, the reason I'm bringing it up now because zoo's kind of one of the popular ones there that. And you can volunteer and help and learn kind of what the day-to-day life is and what it's all about. And then, of course, if you're a younger person pursuing a career and about to go to school for that, you're kind of learning the lay of the land. So reach out to Kathy Lay. Yes. You'll find it on the city's website, her information, if you're interested in learning more about that possibility. Or if you're a youth group, there's a deal where like once a quarter you can make like $400. Yes. Helping clean up and stuff for your youth group and things like that, cleaning like a city street or a park or something like that. You can get basically $400 for volunteering your youth group to be a part of that. So again, reach out to Kathy for that, for more information on that too. Sorry, we were kind of in that area. I figured, hey, let's cover it.
Absolutely. That was probably Joe Nebb, our city manager. That was his vision for that position, and probably the most rewarding and beneficial position that we have in the city. Just last week, we had we used Kathy. We said, Kathy, we don't have enough staff. That's one of the challenges that the city is having. We're having a hard time, finding staff just like everybody else. So I called her down the hall and I said, Kathy, do you think you can see if we can get some volunteers that would be willing to help us at the convention center? And sure enough, so we had 8 volunteers that came out and helped us with our event, which was really great to have, and all because of her position. So really grateful to have that. And again, call us 624-6700. There's definitely opportunities that are there.
But if you're looking for some unique, fun Christmas holiday stuff, please visit that. You can get memberships. You can even like your out-of-town friends and stuff that want like UFO or Halloween UFO or Roswell-related stuff. The zoo has all their zoo stuff, but then the city, of course, the visitor center side has more of the alien stuff and
our winter collection finally came in. Our fall and winter, we ordered it at the end of summer.
Well, it is COVID,
and it's just like it finally got here last week. So we have some new beanies and new sweatshirts, and they're all Roswell branded, which is really great and fun. And stop by the visitor center. They're open from 9 to 4 Monday through Saturday, and then 11 to 3 on Sundays. And the zoo is same thing. So if you're looking for a gift, give the gift of experience or something that they can wear.
A memento,
support.
Keepsake of our
Absolutely.
community. Yeah, absolutely. So again, go and check those out there. And of course, you are a local. You can come out and visit these places and check them out. The zoo, they've done lots of stuff out there.
Yes.
Modifications, additions, and more to come. I mean, we're just in the early parts of phases. There's a whole master plan that the zoo's going to look like here down the road, and we're in the middle of all that. But come out and be a part of the changeover, and come be a part of the new experiences and the new opportunities at the zoo.
Absolutely. It's really great to see all of the transformation that is happening. So we implemented the new fees back in January when we reopened after COVID. And, a lot of people said, oh, you're not going to get anybody. Nobody's going to pay. Well, guess what? We've been surprised month after month to see there's lots of tourists that are still coming. More than 50% of our revenue is coming from outside of Roswell to support the zoo. So we're really grateful for that. We're excited to see the transformation. So we have some new animals that are there. We have Billy the raccoon. He came to us as a rescue. And then we have some new capybara that are not on exhibit yet, but they'll be coming out on display pretty soon that were also purchased for the zoo. And then the exhibit, some of the money raised from admission fees went into update and upkeep that, as well as new chutes. There's a new elk fence that is there for our baby elk Alexis.
Yeah, that was kind of a problem over the summer because the elk was literally outgrowing the space that we had for it. And so we had to, quickly get fences tall enough to keep our friend in.
Yes, exactly. And again, all thanks to, the visitors that were coming and paying those admission fees. And then, of course, our Roswell community. We did a donation last year, an end of the year gift giving to help fund her fence. And so thank you, Roswell, for doing that. And again, this year, there's more projects that are in the work. We want to work on our reptile building. We want to work on the bear exhibit. So if you have extra funds this year and would like to donate to the zoo, we welcome that, and it is tax deductible.
Yeah, and it's great because for folks that don't know, the animals that call the zoo home, these are rescues. These are animals that will not make it on their own in the wild due to injury or due to whatever reason. Left for mom too early or abandoned, whatever. Right. There's a number of reasons for it. So really, it really, the zoo serves as kind of an animal rescue for these animals and things. So when you come out and pay your fees and support that, you're supporting this wildlife and supporting the ability to do more for these animals and everything else. So if you're an animal lover, I know in the past we've had people complain and things like that about what they think's out there.
Right.
But what's really going on is they're providing a home for animals that, let's face it, probably wouldn't have made it on their own here. So, so we can use this as an opportunity to enjoy these animals, to learn about them, and to, provide education and fun for our community through it while helping these animals at the same time. So
absolutely.
For you coming out and being a member or coming out and buying swag or coming and getting a membership, you're supporting that directly. Every single penny that you're providing towards that goes to help the zoo and maintain it and make it better for future years to come.
Yeah, it's really great. So speaking of animals and with the holidays coming up, I'd like to remind our community, be mindful when you do go get a rescue animal that it is a commitment.
Yes.
We have a lot of beautiful furry friends, cats, dogs. I think we even have some farm animals sometimes. But
every once in a while.
Every once in a while at Animal Services. And just be mindful that it is a commitment to raise an animal. We want you to be a responsible pet owner. Obviously, we want to encourage spay and neutering your pet when you do get them from Animal Services.
And chipping as well.
And chipping is important. But if you're looking for a furry friend for under that Christmas tree, just know that it does come with a commitment of, feeding it, walking it, giving it love and care.
Sure.
And so just be mindful of that.
When we talk pet adoption all the time with Humane Society or anything, which are all, they all work together to try to find homes for these animals. This is the thing when we talk about this time of year. Yes, it can be a great thing if you're trying to teach children responsibility or provide a companion for an older family member. Those are great ideas for pets. But here's the thing. Don't make it a surprise. Don't surprise them with a box with holes in it under the tree with a dog or a cat in there. Make them part of the process.
Absolutely.
If you feel like you want to have an element surprise, fine. Make up a little gift certificate and put it under the tree and say, hey, I'm going to pay for one dog or cat if you're choosing from the I always say pound animal control.
Animal Services.
I can't help it. It's just it's burned in my brain. But and in that way, and then when y'all can go together, and then pick out the animal, and then of course you can take care of the spay and neuter fee if there's one there associated, or chipping fees or anything, because that's really all that cost is the cost to spay and neuter, because there won't be a pet, and this is any. Not just animal control. This is most of our shelters, Humane Society as well. You cannot adopt a pet without it being spayed or neutered. And, of course, with the city's ordinance about chipping, so basically, when you adopt a pet, it's going to go from animal control to the vet of your choosing. And where it will get its spay and neuter, chipping. And while you're there, this is always a smart pet owner. Have your veterinarian do a complete physical, making sure nothing wrong. I mean, obviously the staff takes care of the pets, making sure their shots, their updates, and all those things are while they're calling that place home.
Right.
But in the meantime, you go and then check and establish that relationship with your veterinarian and that pet. But it's a great way to do it. But don't do surprise stuff. Make sure that everybody's older people. If you're like, oh, grandma would love a cat where she's living alone and but if grandma don't want to take care of the cat, then or a dog. If you have grandma and you're like, I want to get grandma a dog but if grandma don't feel like walking the dog or feel like taking care of the dog, then guess who's going to be doing that?
Right.
Or you or nobody, and that's neither one of those are good scenarios. So plan those things, but yes, just remind you that way, because what happens is if you do it the way we're talking about, odds are very high that pet will end back up into animal control or the Humane Society or someplace like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to avoid.
Absolutely. What else do we have? We have Roswell Recreation. Let's switch gears for a minute and talk about the Winter Vacation Fund Program for kids. So if you are a working parent or a working grandparent and need something for your children to do over the holiday break, the Roswell Recreation Center is going to have their Winter Vacation Fund Program going on from December 20th through the 31st.
Awesome.
It's $75 per child. It does include lunch.
Okay.
And you can drop them off at 7:30 in the morning till 5:30. They're going to do a lot of different fitness activities, lots of play, and some, puzzles, things like that. So a lot of fun activities for the kids over the holiday break.
So if you've got a busy work schedule and obviously the kids are going to be off for a couple of weeks there, and you can't afford to be. You got to go to work and things like that. Basically, $75, you've got a program where your kids interact, working with others, doing everything. And I don't have kids, so I haven't spent much on childcare, but I'm sure it's way more than $75 than for 2 weeks of or week or whatever of activities and plans and things for your children.
Especially if, with it including lunch. The only day that they're not open, obviously, is on Christmas Day, which is a Saturday, but they are open on Christmas Eve on that Friday. Okay. So if you need to do any last minute shopping, we are also having an event on the Saturday before, on the 18th. You can It's like drop and shop. You drop them off. We'll entertain them with basketball and volleyball and things like that. You go do some shopping for a few hours, and then you come back and grab them.
Yeah, that's real convenient.
So that's happening at the Roswell Recreation Aquatic Center. And then also happening right now is youth basketball for ages 9 through 12 registration. So registration will end at the end of this month on November.
Okay.
December 1st. Teams will be contacted. There will be a draft for this age group that are older. And so that will be happening, I believe, on December 11th. It's $40 for registration. They can register at roswellconnect.com. They do have to create an account.
Yeah.
You go in there, you create your account. It links up to your child. You will have to get an ID. So when you come check in at the registration desk, you have a little card. It has your picture. You scan it, and then you get to come into the building. So.
Again, RoswellConnect.org.com. I'm sorry. Yep. RoswellConnect.com. That is the city's website. If you want to get family passes to the aquatic center or really any of the city's recreational side of things, the Roswell
zoo.
Connect website is where, like when they had the Night of the Living Zoo event, you got your tickets to the Roswell Connect here. When future events like this happen, that's where you're going to go and do that. So if you're interested in getting memberships, anything like that. Also, I'm kind of curious. I would imagine with basketball and some of these youth things, they're probably looking for officials and coaches.
They are. So we do pay our officials. We're looking for some referees. So if you're looking for a part-time gig on Tuesday and Thursday nights from like 5:30 to 8:30, please, stop by. We run our referees through our temp agency called ITS Quest. If you call down to the Recreation Aquatic Center, say, hey, I'm interested, we'll put your name on the list, send you over, and get you the paperwork that you need to fill out. But we'd love to have any refs, if they have any knowledge of basketball or coaching, we would love to have you.
Sure. And obviously they will train you on how to officiate and things like that.
Absolutely.
But that's a great way to get involved. I know a lot of parents probably get involved because they have their kids involved too. But if you are looking for something to do in the community, you're like, well, I don't have any kids or anything, but be an official.
Right.
They are highly in demand. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes parents get a little overzealous and everything, but
I wouldn't know anything about that.
but we're working on them. We'll get them ready. But no, you'd be really great because it's it creates a great opportunity for these kids and they learn so many life lessons at that level, that especially younger kids, when they play basketball. Sometimes for these kids, that'll be the first time they're ever in a team setting, team concept. So it's more about learning than the skills. And so when you're officiating.
This is not the NBA, guys. This is recreational basketball.
Yeah, so you get these kids out there. And so being an official is kind of fun because you're kind of helping with that instructional process a little bit too and all that. So reach out through the Roswell Connect website and if you'd like to be more about official. And, of course, sign your kids and families up for basketball or any of these upcoming seasons here. I know they'll probably be doing softball and stuff here in the spring before we know it.
Spring will be baseball, and that will be done through our other external partners, Lions Hondo and Unoptimus Little League, and then softball for the Gales.
They've just finished volleyball season, right?
They did. They just finished volleyball, so we have basketball now. We're working on our winter programming starting January through March and kind of resetting that. We've hired a new director, Colette Hall, which I'm super excited for the community to meet her. We're looking for instructors for the adult center. We plan to have that back open. We're still actively hiring for the adult center, but we'll be reopening that right after the holidays. And we're just, we're excited to get more people utilizing the facilities. Sure. And so if you're an instructor and have a skill set that you'd like to offer, please contact us, 624-6700, and we'll get you started.
Very good. Speaking of employment opportunities, maybe that's a good segue here. Let's talk about we just talked about several openings in some of our recreation side of things for the city. But like many places, the city has a lot of openings and opportunities right now. And you're looking for great, well-paying, benefits, good benefits, the security, the type of jobs and careers that you can support and raise a family on. The city has quite a few that are available out there. And I highly recommend you go through the city's website and check them out. Highlight a couple openings right now that you want to that the city has pressing needs to fill right now?
So my department, our public affairs department, we do a lot of internal graphics. So we're looking for a graphic designer, somebody who has at least 2 years experience doing graphic design in a variety of formats, understanding the difference between a print ad versus a digital. So definitely needs to have some experience.
And how the layout works and the differences
Absolutely. So a graphic designer. And then at the Roswell Convention Center, we're hiring an accounting manager. So somebody with a financial background is really great. Obviously, we're still looking for an electrician for the city. So if you have those skills, or a journeyman plumber, always looking for those individuals, whether that be at wastewater treatment or even like streets, things like that. So those highly skilled, very specific positions are a little bit more challenging and difficult to find, but we are actively looking. So if you have a skill, please go to our website and fill out an application.
Now, if you're looking for employment opportunities through the city, you're going to go through the city's main website,
correct?
The Roswell-nm.gov. They're the same place you go if you want to learn when the city council meets, or you want to pay your water bill, or find out when that big event's happening around town. There's an employment tab or opportunities there, and you can see every single position that the city of Roswell has for openings right now.
Yes.
Everything from your, like you said, your permanent full-time positions to temporary part-time, or your jobs that are more geared for younger college age, high school age kids, things like that. And there's from all levels. So if you want entry-level minimum wage to very specific professional career, those types of deals, please, the city's looking for you. And great part about it is working for the city. I mean, you got the benefits, everything. Obviously, depending on the job you do, holiday pays and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, if you're part of like the water department on the emergency side, when a water pipe bursts, it doesn't matter if it's Christmas or not. You're on call. You're on call. But it's great, steady jobs, and it's an opportunity for families to grow and do the things they want with a nice stable job underneath, and that in the world we live in today, stability is kind of the biggest, that's turning into the unicorn, where everything is so, not guaranteed to you. But that was kind of always the thing. When you get a job with the government, it's hard to fire you and you're good for life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's something to be said right now, to have one, because once you get your foot in the door with a city or any really government job, and they deem that you are a viable addition to it, they're going to keep you, and they're going to move you. And if you want to go and change to something that's more your suiting within the city, you kind of get to do that without losing retirement, without losing. It's like, there's opportunities like that through government positions where you can change your career altogether and not lose any of your benefits and things you work towards. So, 401ks and your retirement, you don't have to start over with all that stuff.
Right.
So think about that when you're thinking about careers through the city and all that. So apply today.
Yeah.
Good deal. What else do we got?
Last but not least, the Roswell Convention Center is open and accepting bookings for 2022. We have a great staff. We hired a really great team. We're bringing it back in-house, so it'll be city operated.
It's all city run.
All city run with the same foundation that our outside entity Spectra laid out for us. It was very successful, and unfortunately, due to COVID, that was the main reason why we had to shut it down. It wasn't anything that they were doing that was bad or anything like that. It was really thanks to COVID. We didn't,
sign of the times. Yeah.
With all of the state mandates, we weren't able to be open, but now we're back up operating as we were before in 2019. And so if you're looking to have an event, a convention, graduations, weddings, quinceañeras, Roswell Convention Center might not be that place for you, but we will push you to other venues within the city. We're looking for those larger accommodating events, 400 plus, things like that. So come on down. Absolutely. And, the thing we need to understand here is kind of, and thank you to Spectrum for doing this, is we had, I think the city kind of through Spectrum learned how to run the convention center. Absolutely.
We have a great asset there, but let's face it, prior to Spectrum, prior to all that, that thing was a huge money pit for the city. It was costing way more than it was generating and things like that. And I know there's been a lot over the last couple of years, people, not happy about this and that and fees and how this is. But gifts were given for many years, and now the city can't pay for that. They just can't.
No.
And so we've got to keep that facility here and to keep it viable. We need, changes had to be made to keep it solvent, to keep it, and still at the end of the day, ain't nobody making money here. It's not like that thing's reeling in bucks and the city's got the monopoly guy monocle on going, we're reeling in. No, that thing's still not breaking even. It's still losing money, but at least it's not a complete financial suck on the entire city budget.
Right. And most of the budget, just for people, because they get very confused, there's no general fund money coming out of that convention center. It's 100% funded through lodgers tax.
Yeah. So the renovations and everything did not come out of city taxpayers. That people that came and stayed in our hotels and stuff technically.
Hotels, motels, RV parks, Airbnbs, that's where the funding source comes from, the convention center. And we learned a lot with Spectra. We learned things not to do, things that we needed to do differently. And I'm very excited and proud of the team that we have. And we're going to continue with the same model that they had because it was successful. We took our first year where we were really hemorrhaging money, and looked at what they were able to do where we closed that gap. Most convention centers don't make a profit, and our goal is not to make a profit, but we at least have to try to break even a little bit. So
it's a government operation. Government operations aren't for profit, but they at the same time we want to be good financial stewards with the taxpayer money. And so rather than let everybody and your uncle just have it for free or very cheap like it was years ago, now we've got it to make at least try to pay for itself.
Right. And it's comparable to what other venues within Roswell and within the region are paying. Same thing with food. Food prices have skyrocketed. We were just having a meeting with Chef about, beef and prime rib and things like that. And
the supply chain to get that stuff to us.
Yeah. We had an event last Tuesday and we were waiting on the truck to come in. It was supposed to be here Thursday. Wasn't here Thursday. We're waiting on Friday. We're like, where's the truck? Sweating it on Monday, and finally, the truck came in, but, we're at the mercy of other suppliers based on our location, but definitely a great opportunity. We have menus ranging from $12 a plate all the way up to $45, $60 a plate. Nice. So definitely reach out, give us a call at 624-6700.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, they're going to work with you on making it affordable for you and everybody else too. But understand it's there has been changes and it's going to be that way. So, but the good news is it's open. It's available. Start booking your big events here and start looking for more events and things coming to town.
Oh, yes.
So if you're looking for, I imagine, shopping opportunities and, with the holidays coming, I imagine this is going to open the gate for a few more shows coming through there between now and Christmas. And of course, I imagine in the spring when it's home improvement season, we start seeing those kind of shows coming through town again. It'll be nice to have again.
Yeah, we're really excited. The team has been working on, again, that winter programming January through March. And then already, of course, UFO Festival. We've got that coming along. And so just really excited to be back open and operating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, if you missed everything we talked or anything we talked about here through the various social medias and online presence the city has, the RoswellConnect.com. That's your resource for anything you want to learn about the zoo, the aquatic center, museum, anything recreational within the city of Roswell services and things. It's all through Roswell Connect.
Yes.
If you want to learn more about your water bill, city council meetings, employment opportunities through the city, or just general city administrative questions, you're going to go to the city's main website, roswell-nm.gov. And then, of course, you can like and follow on social media as well. City of Roswell uses Facebook and Instagram pretty regular.
Yep. Twitter. TikTok. We're learning TikTok, which is really fun.
Sean got on TikTok in the last couple of weeks, and he loves it and hates it all at the same time.
Yes.
It's like crack, where you it gets addicting, and you want to walk away, but you can't. And now you've just wasted hours of things you could have done productively, just sucked in TikTok rabbit holes.
I believe that. So,
but anyway, you can like and follow and stay up to date on things. And of course, you can always call City Hall if you have any questions and want to talk to someone. and they'll put you in the right direction where you need to go and,
Yep.
and get that help there. So,
Yeah.
Juanita, is there anything we
No.
missed? Any information? Did we
I
get
don't
it all?
think so. I think that covered most of the stuff for this week.
Yeah. And again, if you're looking for career opportunities here, the city's got quite a
Yes.
few great opportunities. If you live here in town, guess what? Your commute's going to be short. You're going to have benefits. You're going to have a good paying job. Look it out. Look up that stability. And who knows, this time next week, you could be in the process to getting your career going. So
Absolutely.
get it done. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We'll see you here next time.
All right.
If
Thanks.
not sooner.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, Juanita. It is 8:54. Let's go ahead and pause for a business update. Quick break. Don't go away.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Americans quit their jobs at a record pace for the second straight month in September, in many cases for more money elsewhere, as companies bump up pay to fill job openings that are close to an all-time high. The Labor Department said Friday that 4.4 million people quit their jobs in September. Big changes at Johnson & Johnson. The company said Friday that it will separate its segment that sells Band-Aids, Listerine, and over-the-counter medicines like Tylenol from its pharmaceutical and medical device business. Company leaders told analysts that the split into two publicly traded companies will make each business more nimble. On Wall Street, the Dow up 179 points, closing at 36,100. The Nasdaq up 156 to 15,860, and the S&P 500 added 33 points to 4,682. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify a complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455. There's never a bad time to break out a bag of La Poblanita Party Tostadas at home, the office, in the club, wherever. Parties happen with La Poblanita Party Tostadas, the perfect crunch, seasoned just right and ready to get the party started. It's the dippable chip that bites back, the chips that make bland salsas better. Grab a bag of La Poblanita Party Tostadas at your local grocery store across all of southeastern New Mexico and take the party up a notch with La Poblanita Party Tostadas. They're all that and a bag of chips. Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Paid for by government.com.
The 1878 to 1921 Morgan Silver Dollar, a true American classic and one of the most iconic silver dollar coins in history. It's been 100 years since the last Morgan Silver Dollar coin was struck for circulation, and now, for a limited time only, full-pound bags of original U.S. government-struck Morgan dollars are being released to the public. That's right, you can own a full pound of 1878 to 1921 classic American Morgan Silver Dollar coins, all in very good collector condition with fully visible dates and mint marks. guaranteed. Call 1-800-721-0383 now to secure collector-grade U.S. Morgan silver dollars by the pound, struck during the Wild West and the Gilded Age. Plus, receive a bonus American Collector's Pack valued at over $25, free with every order. Call 1-800-721-0383 now to secure your full pound bag of Morgan silver dollar coins before they are gone. 1-800-721-0383. That's 1-800-721-0383.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Linen can absorb up to 20 times its weight in moisture before it feels damp. Now, you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom anymore. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. Closing in on 8:59. Closing on 9 o'clock, actually. Here it is, actually, 8:59. Stay tuned next hour. We're going to have Mike Espiritu with the Roswell Chaves County Economic Development Corporation join us here, give us an update on what's happening there through the EDC. That's coming up next hour. And, of course, if you missed any part so far, you can go back and check it out at your leisure, ksvptv.com. Just rewind there, the video, and you can go back. Later on after the show, Tanner will separate the interviews and have them up there individually. But go back and check them out. Of course, we just had Juanita Jennings replayed our interview with Sheriff Mike Harrington in the 7 o'clock hour. So plenty of content for you there to check out at your leisure. All right, 9 o'clock, Town Hall News up next.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. In a courtroom in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
All right, so it'll read at page 27.
The judge presiding over the Kyle Rittenhouse trial reviews, with attorneys for both sides, the instructions he'll deliver to jurors before deliberations begin. And deliberations will start once the closing arguments have been delivered. British police say it was terrorism, deadly taxi explosion outside a Liverpool, England hospital. The taxi driver locked the man with the bomb inside the vehicle before fleeing.
David Perry has been helping police understand the moments leading up to the explosion, which happened just before the 2 minutes of silence for Remembrance Sunday. He's told officers he picked up a man on his own. The passenger asked to be taken directly to the women's hospital. As Mr. Perry pulled up, a device the man was carrying exploded. The taxi driver managed to get out before the car was engulfed in flames.
The BBC's Nick Garnett in Liverpool. President Biden will preside over a White House ceremony later today, signing the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Heritage Foundation policy analyst David Ditch telling the Salem Radio Network the bill, nothing to celebrate.
It would add a tremendous amount to the national debt. And in exchange for that, we will get a tremendous amount of wasteful spending.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says President will hold a virtual meeting this evening with China's Xi Jinping.
The two leaders will discuss ways to responsibly manage the competition between the United States and the PRC, as well as ways to work together where our interests align.
Democrat Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont says he will not seek re-election in 2022. He is 81, has held the seat in the Senate for 8 terms, longest-serving member of the U.S. Senate. Watching Wall Street, stocks mixed. The Dow up 105 points, the NASDAQ down 10, the S&P 5 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Why are cash-out refinances such a big deal right now? Uncle Ryan tries to teach me something.
I really feel like right now might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I've just never seen a market where the rates are so low and values across the country have skyrocketed as much as they have. That combination, I remember one couple in particular, they were looking to do some home improvements at the house, but they were worried about their payments going up. Well, with rates being so low and them building up so much equity in the home over the last few years, we were able to get them the cash out for those home improvements, and their payments actually went down a little bit. Every single situation is different, but it does happen more often than you think. So it definitely does not hurt to call.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The European Union planning to step up sanctions against Belarus and those closest to its leader in response to an escalating migrant crisis at its border with Poland.
The European Union accuses Belarus of using these people, these migrants who want a better life,
in the West of using them as a political weapon, of facilitating their entry to Belarus, and that Belarus wants to create a humanitarian crisis on its border with Europe. And I think the images that we're witnessing this morning, quite dramatic images of men, women and children sitting down in front of razor wire with the lines of Polish police the other side, I think this is the kind of picture which will not change the view of Brussels.
That's a BBC Steve Rosenberg. Japan's economy shrank at a 3% annual rate July through September. Private consumption and auto production taking a hit from efforts to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Townhall.com. A nationwide lockdown has taken effect in Austria for unvaccinated people who haven't recently had COVID-19.
Officials have signalled further measures may follow amid soaring infection rates. The move prohibits people 12 and over who haven't been vaccinated or recently recovered from leaving their homes, except for basic activities such as working, grocery shopping and going for a walk or getting vaccinated. The lockdown, which is being imposed until November 24, is believed to affect about 2 million people in the Alpine country of 8.9 million. Austria's leader has described the country's vaccination rate as shamefully low. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Another record low for President Biden's poll numbers. A new Washington Post ABC News poll, just 41% of respondents approve of the job that Mr. Biden is doing. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number, leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it, flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ, the travel and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Treason urinals.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's Monday. But the good news is it's only one day. Tomorrow, it won't be Monday.
It's true.
And the day after that won't be Monday.
And it's even further away.
Yeah.
Every day away from today is further and further from Monday.
So, to quote the emo band, it's all downhill from here.
They weren't emo, man. They were pop punk.
Yeah, when you put those together, you get emo. It's like yellow and blue make green.
All right. Look.
Rockin', pumping, punk and pop put together makes emo.
I was never an emo fan. Okay? I liked pop punk.
Uh-huh.
All right?
He's cracking knuckles like he's tough. We're talking about pop punk.
I liked pop punk because it was a genre of music that I could achieve vocally, stylistically.
It's the Tab Cola of rock music.
Because they all sang with such nasal voices that I could pull it totally off.
If girls predominantly like
and
it.
And it's all downhill from here. I had that whole album. I admit it. It's called Catalyst. What's up?
That's all I hear.
So lightly bruised and broken from my head-on collision. You're just jealous. I can feel it.
I love the paycheck, but the music,
yeah, right?
God awful. It's like karaoke night, but they gave him a paycheck.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. Those were the bands that got paid. Meanwhile, the bands that were going, it's tearing up my heart, they were dancing for dinner, essentially. You ever seen those, like, the documentaries on, like, Lou Pearlman?
Yeah.
That dude was dirty, man. He did them kids dirty.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing where, like, they brought them to a steak dinner where he was going to finally present them with their big check.
Yeah.
And their big check after working for like a year and a half
It's like
was
$10,000.
$10,000
Yeah, I've heard
at a
those
steak
stories.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the new kids were like all like that, like NSYNC and Backstreet, all those.
Yeah, so
All
say what you
those,
will
yeah.
about my pop punk pioneers. At least we were getting paid. They were. I wasn't.
Well,
Yellow Card, at least they held out for their checks on Ocean Avenue.
I'm not defending those guys either. I like one band.
It's funny though because there's a TikTok that's been going around, and it's one of those that will get in your head and like stay there. And it's just this dude with I'll say emo, this emo dude with his emo girlfriend like standing behind him, standing in a Burger King parking lot going, I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen. Can I get a large fries? I'm like, it will get stuck in your head, like viciously.
That's no joy in Mudville when that happens there. So
not so much.
Oh,
but yeah.
That reminds me.
Yes.
Programming note.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of no joy in Mudville, I will be.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Good point.
I will be out tomorrow because I'm having a colonoscopy. So
in case you wonder where Mike's going to be, up your button around the corner.
That's right. To the left.
Great opportunity for a live remote.
That's right.
Sure. I told him we should do the Katie Couric thing.
Oh man,
Tanner, can we cam that up? we do have the technology.
Yeah, if you want, come on in. But no, yeah. So I'll be out tomorrow. I'm actually after the show today, I got to go do the preps and all that.
And in fairness, unlike Mike's colon, we do have a packed show tomorrow.
No, mine will not be. I will I did this over the summer the first time, and so now we're going in round 2, Electric Boogaloo, to clean everything out.
Electric Boogaloo,
because apparently
it's just ozone there with the push broom.
Yeah, because it's Polyp City down there, and I have apparently a polyp party in my colon, so they're going to remove the party. They're going to send the cops in and break up that polyp party. They got rid of some of them, and I'm okay. So good news is, I think after this polyp party removal, I just got to go like once a year for the regular checkup. Right. But an insider interview, according to Tanner. Inside edition.
Truly inside edition.
A current affair, inside edition. You are not the father.
You gotta watch those bass tones. Oh God.
Current Affair was my favorite of those because it sounded like it was so riveting. They tried to make it so like they weren't talking about celebrities for 30 minutes, like it was something important that we needed to know. But it wasn't. It was all garbage.
Was it Inside Edition? Was that the one that O'Reilly was on?
I think so. Well, Current Affair was Povich.
Yeah.
And I think Connie Chung did it for a little bit too.
His wife?
Yes. And I think they were, and then they left, and he started doing the Maury Povich show. He went and got classy, and now he's determining who the father is.
He got classy. That's what happened there.
And then did Bill O'Reilly take over Current Affair, or was he Inside Edition?
I think it was Inside Edition. I'm trying to remember when the actual.
Now it's Deborah Norville or something, right?
Well, the actual the Screw It, We'll Do It Live.
Yeah,
that was from Inside Edition.
That wasn't Fox News.
No.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, because he was cutting to Sting. Like it was a cut from his latest album.
Oh, that's right. So it would have been Inside Edition. Yeah, that's right.
A cut from his latest album. What does that mean? I'll write the thing. We'll do it live.
Yeah, it's a classic Bill O'Reilly.
That's tomorrow, and
yeah, and then he it's right there with the Casey Kasem. Those are the two most famous in the history of. So anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, Sean's got the fort tomorrow.
Yep, it's gonna be me.
He'll be taking over the show,
and we do have a full slate tomorrow.
Yeah, we got everything from Holiday Magic to ENMU to Extension Office to CVE, all on tap for tomorrow. Sure. But for this hour, don't go away yet. We got you covered for this hour. Mike Spiritu with the Roswell Chaffetz County Economic Development Corporation, EDC, will join us here in just a bit, give us an update and talk about it. And if you're like, well, what's that about? Well, stick around. We'll tell you.
We'll tell you.
And but he'll give us an update on what's happening there with the EDC and all that good stuff. Later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with Town Hall Business and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show.
I'm going to have somebody listen to this show, like somebody who genuinely listens every day.
There's one or two of those.
There is. I'm going to have them tally over the course of a year how many times you say variety and how many times you say variety, because I'm genuinely curious which one you say more.
I think variety more.
I think variety. I literally, because I notice it more when you say variety than I do variety. I'd almost want to get a scientific test on this. I might have to be the one to do it.
It might be because
I might have to be just keeping it. If you ever say just okay,
but like if I'm saying those words just in a course of a normal conversation, it's usually variety. It's when I get into announcer mode is when I start going into eyes.
But what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to wait about a month until you completely forget about this conversation ever even happening.
Yeah.
And then I can start tallying.
I'm trying to think if I do it outside of the radio too. Like, do I say it?
You do on
off air?
occasion, but I think it's mostly it's a conversation, like to draw out time, like to chew the conversation a bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
These are our tactics.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm just genuinely curious on the tea versus tie, because I've noticed myself doing it too, and I'm wondering, do I work radio vernacular into my regular vocabulary more often than not? So I must be willing to use you as my guinea pig.
All right.
So there you go.
Well, I will be happy to be a part of this experiment for the good of mankind.
This all happened post-polyp party.
Yes. The human guinea pig.
Right before he becomes the human Jeff Dunham puppet, or right after he becomes the human Jeff Dunham puppet.
Well, and to be honest, the last time was not a bad experience. After the worst part's today. Right. Today's is a bad day. Tomorrow, I go in and they do the surgery, and then I go home and recoup. And you don't feel
coop.
Yeah. What else?
I just want to make sure you put emphasis on coop, not poop, because there'll be a lot of both.
Well, I will be hungry, and then I want to eat, and that's generally how it goes. And here's the thing, because you kind of feel fine, and you're like, oh, okay, and this is why, and I get why they don't want you out and about driving and all that stuff, is because you're even though you feel okay, once you start moving around, you're not stable all the time. Like my wife ate it after she had one of her. You thought she was fine. She went to go get the mail, and so I had a couple moments the last time where I was like, okay, I'm a little, all right, there was a moment where I was a little wobbly there. Okay, now I get why they say don't do this.
Sure.
But for the most part, you feel fine. So
when's your cutoff for food?
It was at midnight. I'm not eating food now.
Okay.
I can drink pretty much what I want.
I was going to say, because what you should have done before the cutoff, Golden Corral. Hit the buffet.
Well, I ate pretty good last night.
Did you? Right.
Yeah, I did. I ate hearty yesterday.
Good.
Knowing it was like Last Supper type feel for it. Like Last Supper, don't get to eat. I'm gonna have a second helping. Kind of thing. But yeah, I start that was at midnight this Sunday into Monday is when I liquids only, and I'm for the rest of the day I can drink like. I can have soda, tea. I can do all of that. Water, obviously. I can drink juices. Only thing I can't drink red things or purple things.
Right.
So no. So I can have for solids go. I can eat popsicles, and I did get as long as they're not red or purple. So I got some green ones and
the
blue
lemon
ones.
lime and then the blue raspberries.
Well, and then unfortunately, there's yellow and white. Which I hate both of those. I can eat both. Yeah, I don't like pina colada and I don't like banana. And that's what those. My wife loves them. I hate them. So
pina colada is awesome.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
But the blue and the green, I'll be all right with. And then I can have broth. And I think that's about it.
Yeah,
really. So
yeah, it's a limited palate, but you're gonna make it through.
Oh,
plus they give you the good drugs too.
Yeah.
And those they really kick in when you like nothing. In your system.
Tomorrow's no problem.
Oh,
yeah. Today's the day that I got to go get COVID test and all after the show, but then like noon or 1, I got to start taking the pills for laxative-like pills.
Yep.
Not like they are.
Yeah.
And then at 2 or 4 is when the real, because I got to drink like every 15 minutes, like a cup or 2 of the Gatorade with the Miralax or Docalax, one of the 2 mixed in there.
I want to say it's Miralax.
Yeah, Docalax. One I take is pills in the morning, or later, and then the other I drink.
Miralax is the liquid.
Yeah,
Docalax is the pills.
Docalax is the pills. I take those at like lunchtime, and then this afternoon I'll start drinking every 15 minutes. And last time, not that you want the blow by blow here, but I drank 45 minutes of that stuff every 50. So like 3 different ones before I was like. And then by the 4th one, it was like.
By the 4th one, Mike became a human Schlitterbahn.
And to be honest, the buildup was the worst. Like it was like, and then because the moment everything finally gives way, I'm not sure which way it's coming, and that's where I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands because I don't know if I'm about to throw up or go the other way here. But
right.
It
So you turn into a 2-way sprinkler. That's why it's always good that, and this I believe is the reason they did it this way. Most American bathrooms have the bathtub close to the toilet.
Yes.
For a reason.
Yeah.
We can utilize both. You know, pull the curtain back, seal. You can actually seal yourself off. It's nice.
Well, that'll be my afternoon. So.
Well, good luck to you.
9:19. I think we're done talking about my colonoscopy. I think we're
buckle up, Buttercup.
Done talking about that about 10 minutes ago. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm over the next couple of days. We do have a cold front due in on Wednesday. No rain with that system, but it will be cooling us off by about 15 degrees or so. We'll hit about 80 for the afternoon high today. Plenty of sunshine. Overnight down to the low 40s and clear. And then tomorrow we're in the mid 80s for the whole area and sunny. Back to the low 70s on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 53 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 35%. Winds are, in fact, calm at the moment. For today, sunny skies with a high of 82. That's real nice. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Beautiful, beautiful November day here for Roswell. Tomorrow, we do have a fire weather watch. That's going to kick in at 11 a.m. tomorrow, remain in effect through 5 p.m. tomorrow. But as far as the weather goes, it's much like today, tomorrow. Sunny, 82. Winds will be a little bit higher, which is probably the reason for the fire weather watch. But we're talking southwest winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll see a change in the weather Wednesday. Mostly sunny, cooler. Highs near 70 on Wednesday. Northwest winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll be below freezing Wednesday night. Mostly clear. Overnight low 30. So that will be a freezing night probably. And then Thursday, not getting warm. We're going to be in the mid-50s on Thursday. Sunny skies, 55 are our high officially on Thursday. But then we warm back up on Friday. We'll be back near 70 Friday, sunny 69 officially, and then the weekend looking pretty pleasant. 73 and sunny for Saturday, 66 and mostly sunny on Sunday. All right, it is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And then Mike Espiritu with the Roswell Chaves County EDC will join us here in just a bit. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus, hard-to-find exotic woods like purple heart, zebra wood, ambrosia maple, black limba, and bloodwood. Perfect for that one-of-a-kind gift piece or table. Get ready with Formica and Wilson Art countertops in 12-footer custom length with installation available. Make it happen at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, serving southeastern New Mexico and beyond since 1934.
Did you know that most burglaries occur during the day? Why, you ask? Most of us are at work, leaving the burglar to go unnoticed. Did you know the average loss from a home burglary is over $2,200? Not including one's loss of emotional security in their own home. Avoid being a burglar's target market and get a monitored security system from Zenith Security Services, all for around $1 a day. Wouldn't you agree that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure? Call Zenith Security Services today, 626-3521. Roswell Skin Center, a brand new state-of-the-art facility located in the 400 Penn Plaza building here in Roswell, is now accepting new patients. Dr. Brandon Cometti and his team offer a full range of skin care services, including general dermatology, surgical and cosmetic procedures, including cutting-edge laser rejuvenation, Botox, filler, laser hair removal, chemical peels, and other non-invasive options to improve skin health and turn back the hands of time. Call and schedule your appointment at Roswell Skin Center today, 208-2509. That's 208-2509.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
You may have heard of SmartHub. SmartHub is Central Valley Electric's online tool for members to manage their electric account. With SmartHub, not only can you securely pay your bill online, you can view your detailed electric use 24 hours a day. You can report an outage while staying up to date with the latest co-op news, compare past and current electric use. Sign up for paperless billing or reoccurring payment so that your payment is never late. The best thing is you can access SmartHub from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so it goes everywhere you go. Visit cvecoop.org to get started or give us a call.
Every day is special at La Gran Victoria with some of the most authentic and delicious Mexican dishes. And lunchtime is extra special at La Gran Victoria. On Monday, chimichangas are only $5.99, and every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday at La Gran Victoria with beef tacos for only 88 cents each. No limit. Open every day for breakfast and lunch at the corner of 4th and Richardson in Roswell. Call ahead for quick and easy pickup, 575-840-5290. La Gran Victoria. Make every day a little more authentic and a lot more delicious.
At Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium, we honor and pay tribute to the achievements of your loved one by celebrating the life you shared together. Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium is compassionate and cares about our local community and the families we serve here in southeastern New Mexico. Locally owned and operated, we will be here to help you decide how to celebrate the bond you've shared and pay tribute to the unique individual you've lost. Visit us at 2609 South Main in Roswell or call 622-5888.
Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember, on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 1 in 3 snake bite victims is drunk. 1 in 5 is tattooed. Hold my beer and check this out. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 26 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning from the Roswell Chavez County Economic Development Corporation, EDC, we have Mike Espiritu back with us. Morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Mike.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
It's been a while since we had a chance to sit down and talk
It's been a minute.
radio.
You know, we've had this thing called COVID come around and kind of shake the trees, right? So,
well, and here's the deal. For you, you would think that would make things a little quieter, and really it's the complete opposite because, you know, for folks that don't know, and you know, the whole role of the Roswell Chavez County EDC is to promote and to help garner and generate business in our community, to really to showcase our community to the world, and then offer an opportunity for the world to come be a part of our little world here. And that's really at the end of the day what the EDC is about. I mean, that's just a blanket loose thing here, but so where everyone's shutting down businesses and trying to go introvert here, you're like, well, but wait, I got to come on down anyway, you know. So it actually probably created a ton more work on your end as far as the EDC goes.
well, you know, the EDC, Mike, yes, business attraction and recruitment, try to bring new business, create jobs, good wage jobs. And as you know, we about Ascend Aviation coming here. 360 jobs. They're recruiting. They're recruiting right now.
That airport
to hire folks, and that's going to change Roswell.
Well, that airport, and I know our government entities, county, city, all see this. That airport is our linchpin to success. That there is so much we can do with this thing, and if we do it right, we can. That can be the thing that makes all of Southeast New Mexico, not just Roswell and Chavez County, but Eddy County, Lee County, the entire Southeast New Mexico can benefit from that airport.
Well, that air center, there's not another one like it here in New Mexico.
Yeah.
With a 13,001 foot runway, it's nearly 5,000 acres.
Yeah.
It's really a jewel.
Yeah, it is.
And we're thankful that.
Yeah, because there's no communities that really enjoy something like that for the most part in the country.
There's not, and we're thankful that the governor and our local legislators here in Chavez County really support the air center. And I say the governor because of the money she sent down, right? Because that helps us drive projects like Ascent. It's going to help drive a water project. And that's probably not well known, but we're doing a water project out there that's going to really help support more growth.
Well, that's just it. And I don't mean to cut you off there, but the least sexy stuff is the most important stuff for this to happen. It's businesses and things are going to look at it because you know what? They can get water. They can get everything that they need is right there on site. And that's the difference between that company A coming to Roswell, New Mexico versus Nevada or wherever other place that kind of looks deserty like us.
Sure, it's about speed of market, and now with COVID, they're not looking to hang out and build something that's going to take them 12 to 18 months. They want to get into something.
Set up shop and go.
And, so we've worked on the certified sites out at the Air Center, a 44-acre parcel. We've now got a new building. The city council passed the purchase of a RUB building, which is similar to the RUB building that's going to be built out there for Ascent Aviation.
Yeah.
So that's great because, what we don't have at the Air Center is inventory. Mm-hmm. We are full. We have just like 2,000 square foot that's unused. Sure. But, Joe Nebb, city manager, and I, we're in lockstep on this. We both agree that it's a 70-30 split. I kind of like to say 60-40, but meaning if 70% of our inventory is occupied, then we have no growth. We have nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. So we need to get more facilities, more opportunity. Back to that speed of market. Back to the companies want to come here because there's something here. You would think that we can get somebody in that old bus plant, and I can't tell you how many people we talk to about that building. I mean, I know every week we're talking to somebody about trying to sell, market that building.
Well, and I would imagine too, because the rate at which technology advances, for a company that, let's face it, if you're in the airline industry, there's some high tech going on there. You're going to need, the advances in technology we've made since that bus building was, put in and everything else versus today. I think that's where, because whoever has it, you're going to have to invest money in upgrading all kinds of the wiring, the internet, whatever things that weren't thought of yet when that building was built, and that's what we're talking about, that rate of things. And that's why, so when we have the governor and various other entities, giving us grants or sending money our way to update these things, that's what it's all for, is so in essence, we can get this stuff ready to go. Yeah, we know that building's old, but if we can at some point do some own renovations, it's going to make it a viable something for another business rather than, them investing a bunch of money. They're going to say, you know what, we don't have to do this, this, and this. That one's set up to go. We'll take it now over that one down there.
Yeah,
and that's some of the stuff we're dealing with.
I certainly agree, and I really can't stress enough how fortunate we are to have really strong state lawmakers representing us at Santa Fe. They get it. They know Roswell, Chavez County. They know what we need, and they're very supportive. And that's important. And I'm not going to throw out names. The whole point is they all believe that.
Sure.
Every single one of them. Mm-hmm. So, but back to your point about being busy. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So when COVID hit and the airlines were shuttering service, and we saw all those aircraft, which we still have a number parked out there at the Air Center. I'm sure you've heard about it from our mayor.
Again, that was another blessing in disguise. We turned into a valuable asset for the airline industry during COVID because we got a lot of land to store things.
That's right, and that's why ramp up by Eastern New Mexico University here in Roswell, great campus under Dr. Powell's leadership and his great, amazing team. The work towards improving the opportunities for the aircraft maintenance technician program. You know, we need those folks.
Sure.
And you know, and every one of them get hired. You know, I mean, they all have jobs before they even leave. So they've doubled enrollment. I mean, they're doubling the enrollment. They're doubling their instructor staff. And you probably aren't aware of, maybe you are, but you know, the average aircraft maintenance person is about 58 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not a young person anymore.
And I would gather many of them got their education in the military, and that's why they were all, you know, either retired or served in the military, and now in working in their civilian roles. Well, thanks to that partnership you're talking about with Dr. Powell here and Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, we can change that, where these guys aren't guys that spent 20 years in the Air Force or the Navy or something. They got their aircraft training right here at ENMU, and they're going right out there to the job area, and they're, you know, so we'll see a change there, and I think ENMU is going to be the reason why we see a shift in that over time.
I certainly agree, and I'm going to just throw out a couple numbers to you. There's throughout the world, over the next 20 years, there's going to be a shortage of maintenance technicians of 607,000. And just in North America, we're going to be short 123,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, you know, we need folks in that program. It's a 2-year program. And if they don't want to get certified as an A&P mechanic, airframe and power plant, they don't have to. But at least start getting the education, and they can move right into any of these companies that we have here.
Although my advice to you would be go for the A&P. Go get that A&P, because you can write your own ticket when you got that A&P. That is basically telling people that you are licensed, certified, and you can walk into their business tomorrow and start working on aircraft, and they don't miss a beat.
That's right.
So it really would behoove you to pursue that. I get it. It might take you time, but make that your end game if you want to go in the maintenance industry.
Yes, and there's scholarships, and there's also great opportunity. And, you know, the starting wage on these folks that graduate, it's like $35 an hour.
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
So, you know, it depends on what a person wants to do. Now, and, you know, I think from what you and I have seen, and a lot of us have seen that's listening to the radio, is the number of people that are out of work and because of COVID. And as you probably are aware, one of the things that we really worked very diligently on in the very beginning of this pandemic was we took a look at what can we do. And we did a couple of things. One, we became a clearinghouse for COVID information. And because, you know, there was a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
This grant, that loan, that loan. Yeah. I mean, it was just crazy.
It was the Wild West of finding this stuff.
It was. Yeah. And so we try to coalesce all the information so we can make it easier for people to understand. But then the biggest thing we did was we have because we have a plan and a process, or what do you want to call it? But we purposely visit a lot of people, business people in the community, because, you know, they've already invested, they've already created jobs, life savings. We are out visiting all our small business people in Travis County, and that's really important.
Absolutely.
Really important.
And I want to, you know, throw that out there to our small business owners here, and I think probably most of you know Mike already, but if you don't, get to, because obviously the Chamber of Commerce, you know as well as I, they are an amazing tool for our businesses here in our community. But bring as many to that party as possible, because the EDC partners with the Chamber all the time, with the city, with the county. It's another resource for you as a small business owner to take advantage of. And as Mike was saying, there was so many different opportunities during COVID for businesses and things that it was hard to keep up to date and track them. A constant relationship with Mike and the EDC with your small business is I think kind of like an insurance plan for your business, because I think it really is. Because I guarantee it's going to get crazier as the time goes down, and as laws and things change, you're going to have to find ways to adapt and overcome, and resources like the EDC are your best friend on the planet for that.
Well, you know, we're not done yet with this COVID stuff, right? And, you know, you've seen the numbers, I've seen the numbers, and it's concerning. And it really concerns me with our small business owners. And, you know, my whole desire is to keep them in business. And we have a couple programs that I'm pretty excited about. we've had for a number of years a facade grant program. It's a true grant. It's not a lot of money, but you could apply online. It's pretty simple.
Sure.
And these are for our small business owners. And it used to be just Main Street. We've opened up the entire Chaves County. Any small business in Chaves County, they want to improve the exterior facade of their building.
Cool.
And we give money for that.
That's great.
And it's not real hard to get. The other is called a ROAR fund. And I can never remember what the initials stand for.
As long as you know what it does, that's all that matters.
But City Manager Joe Nebb and I, we got together and we talked about how can we further help our small business community with some funding. Because one of the biggest issues we see here in our smaller, older buildings is lack of fire suppression, ADA,
amenities,
compliance, things. So we've created this a low interest loan fund that we're getting ready to roll out here within the next several weeks.
Okay.
So for our local small people to access and utilize and again get some money at a very low interest rate.
That's great.
Yeah. So
and really not tapping into their day-to-day operating expenses and stuff, which are probably very well, earmarked for whatever the business needs to operate, and that's why these things don't get updated and done. So. Yeah. Here's some grant money that say, hey, you've been wanting to update your fire suppression system, or you know what, your electricals hasn't probably been in code in 20 years. Let's get it up to code.
Well, and the accessibility piece too. We want folks that are disadvantaged and handicapped and have those challenges.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we have a lot of folks like that in our community. Sadly, not sadly we have them in the community, but sadly they're having to live through those. But if we can help them, we will. And we're going to roll that out soon. By the way, that's with the city of Roswell. They're funding that. They're seeding that. Not a lot of money up front initially, but we hope to get some more funds through.
Get your foot in the door.
Get our foot in the door. And, exactly. More importantly, help our local small business owners. And that's the whole intent.
Absolutely. And that's what and to be honest, and you get this, Mike, it's you turn over every stone. That's when, especially in times like this, any opportunity, big, little, somewhere in between, that's what the EDC looks for and tries to do it and find it out for our community and help do that. So, I mean, we think of the lure side and say, hey, I'm trying to lure big business X to come and look at our area, but it's much more, and that's phase one. The other side, which is probably the busier side right now, is how do we maintain who we have? How do we grow who we have? What we got here, how do we make it better? And that's what it's all about right now. And I know times are tough. Business models have been turned upside down the last 2 years, but there is a lot of diamonds in the rough during times like this. And that's where you're talking your conversations with Mike at the EDC and let's face it, the chamber and the city and the county, anybody that's handling economic and business development in our community, you need to bend their ear and talk to, because the more resources, the more information, the more options you have, the better you're going to be.
Well, and you're right. During these times, we're seeing a lot of folks say, you know what, I don't really want to go back to the workplace, but I've got a great idea, something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to create a business doing this. Mm-hmm. And they don't know how to go about it. Give us a call. Yeah. We have access to resources that they may not be aware of. Mm-hmm. We have access to state incentives that may qualify. So we have some programs out there that may really help them. And, of course, we'll walk them through the steps.
Sure.
Now, I've just called the office, make an appointment, come see us, 622-1975, and we're happy to do that. I have a great team of two fine ladies, Irma Perez and Melissa Juarez, and they get it. They're very involved.
They're digging in the files and looking up the information and trying to find all that stuff.
And what's so important is if we can help those folks be successful so they make good decisions or sound-based, decisions, then we want nothing for us. We just want them to be successful.
Sure.
And, if they can grow jobs as a result, even better.
It makes the community better.
Well, that's what makes our city strong.
Sure. And our mom and pops, let's face it, when we talk about our nonprofits and our things like that, that's what makes our community grow. Because now that these smaller businesses, once they're finding success and then they start helping out their passions. And, and it could be the Humane Society. It could be CASA. It could be the Roswell Refuge. It could be any of these types of things. So by default, by helping our businesses, you're helping our nonprofits, because the mom and pops, especially our local businesses, we all have our passions. We have our things that we find important. That's why when you come out on First Friday here on Main Street, you'll go to some businesses and they're like, hey, we're raising money for, organization X. It's all part of that chain. It's all part of that. So helping these businesses help our community grow, which makes our nonprofits better, which makes our community better. So
Absolutely.
it's all part of the cog, another cog in the big machine here.
You know, we've, and I'm sure you're aware, for since May of this year, we've had 4 hiring events that we've co-hosted with the city of Roswell.
Recently, just one last week or so.
Yeah. And I'll tell you that the one we had last week on the 4th was probably one of our best events. Although a little smaller audience, but
committed.
But
the audience
committed.
that was committed.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of stuff, you know, and then we all see the hiring signs out throughout our town, and they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what city you go to in America, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Probably across.
Probably
the
they
globe.
plan it actually.
Yeah. But we've done several, and one of the again with the city of Roswell and with the state's Department of Workforce Solutions, very critical. What we did was, you know, Joe Knapp, again, I mentioned Joe again. He's, like I said, he's a great colleague.
Sure.
When we did our 3rd event, and I thought the 3rd event was September 6th, and I thought, well, let's hopefully the federal subsidy will end and people want to come back to work, and we saw pretty much the same thing we saw the previous 2. So we sat down and said, well, what can we do different? So in that conversation, we elected to bring in the bureau chief for Workforce Solutions, and we were going to do a reverse job fair, right?
Okay.
What we decided to do was not do that quite yet. What we did instead was we had an employer workshop we held in October, end of October.
Okay.
We had about 50 some odd employers there, and we actually gave them the tools and resources they were totally unaware of that they were available to them.
Okay.
And we held it at the Civic Center, Convention Center, and went really fine. And then we had the 4th event. We called it the hiring event, not a job fair, but employers ready to hire people on the spot. And talking to those employers on the 4th, they said, you know, this is a different group of people that showed up. These are people that really were job seeking.
Gotcha.
And so they said their attitudes were really good. And I don't know the numbers yet. We're still calling to find out.
But you think some positions got filled from this last one? That's
right,
good.
I do. You know, we had 146 job seekers, 27 businesses, and about over 150 jobs plus that we know of that were available.
That's great.
But there's more than 150 jobs in Roswell.
Yeah, that's
that are
just
available.
a microcosm of what's really available out there.
But whatever we do to help, you know, I mean, that's, again, the role that we have taken as EDC is to help our community. And
that's what it is. It's all about that. It's our community coming together to do these to make our community a better place. And we understand that, and the EDC understands it. You know, your little flower shop, we need to make sure it succeeds, because it succeeds. That means this business down the street will also succeed, because we're all connected. We're all, you know, everything has its place in our system, in our society, and we need to support all of that.
Well,
that's what it's about.
And you know, these, and I say to this to a lot of groups, our local small business owners, you know, they've invested their own money, they've invested their own time, their sweat, probably blood along the way.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of tears, you know, to get to where they want to be. And during COVID, we were trying to just keep them in business and trying to find up other things. We did, you know, as you know, in the very beginning, we were doing different things.
Keep your head above water here.
The point is how can we continue to help them, you know, move the needle for them?
Yeah. Now that we got their head above water, how do we make them flourish?
Yep.
And that's what we're trying to do.
So one of the areas, as you know, we talked about these hiring events and the issues with, you know, the biggest issue across the globe is the workforce, right? I mean, I was in a group last week, and that's all anyone ever talks about is workforce, because you just don't have the numbers anymore. Because jobs have gone away. They've moved away from brick and mortar. They've done a lot of things have changed.
Businesses are doing what they got to do to survive too, and I imagine they've downscaled and shifted, eliminate positions, and you know, do what they're having to do to stay solvent as a business. You know.
Yeah, and our local folks here and everywhere, they need a workforce, right? I mean, even though that's shifted, they still need a workforce. And what the EDC's been very involved with is working with all 4 of the independent school districts in Chaves County, Roswell, of course, and Hagerman, Lake Arthur, and Dexter, and with Career Tech Education, or CTE. I encourage those families out there who have youngsters in school, in any of the schools, to talk with whomever they need to talk with their counselor about CTE, Career Tech Education.
Yeah.
It's all about how to grow our own workforce, because the folks the young folks that find a great career here, a job here, will stay here.
Yeah.
And we don't want to
People
see
don't move when they're happy.
Yeah. A former governor once said that our greatest export is our children. And I think he was probably correct.
That's a fair statement.
But if we can grow our own to help the employers that we have, plus employers we're trying to attract here, we're all going to win. We're all going to win.
Absolutely.
And that way young folks have a true career pathway.
Absolutely.
So it's the Roswell Independent School District, the others, they're all now re-engineering themselves to really put that path. And I'm just really excited about it because we've been a big part of the team to help make that happen.
Absolutely.
But Josie, I want a workforce, right? That's what I see. And educators.
Well, it makes your job easy. If we got a big workforce and you go out and say, hey, company B, look, I got 1,000 people waiting for a job right now. Come on in.
That's right. And not only with the public schools, but Eastern New Mexico. I mean, what they do is, if you look at it from a waterfall, that they're the next step.
Absolutely.
Right? And they're the ones that's building on other programs, and they're really, being a community college, they've got the ability to be flexible and nimble to help do things a little differently to get kids, young and not just kids, if you will, students, but older folks too, like even like you and me, right?
Yeah.
If we want to change career paths or we want to do something different, they've got things.
Absolutely.
What people don't know is what a gem they are and the resources they have right here in Roswell to help everyone.
Speaking of small business, if you're looking and go research their eye center over at ENMUR. That's available to anyone, and you basically sign up like a gym membership.
Yeah.
And then with it, you have access to like say you want to make a tangible project. They have like the high tech computers to do metal, like laser carving metal and woodworking, more advanced that, and I don't want to get. I'm not the most
3D printing too.
Yeah, I mean they really have. Now, obviously, they're going to make sure you're trained on it before they turn you loose on their high expensive equipment, but you pay your gym membership basically, and then you get to access this stuff. So if you're if you're a small business and you need other tools to help market and connect others in the industry, that's what the Eye Center does. That's all part of that. So whether you're a student there trying to earn a degree or you're just a person in this community trying to do your own thing as a hobby or a business, that Eye Center is a resource for you. And that could be your foot in the door into setting up your next, the whole vision of that Eye Center is, products and visions come out of there. Next thing you know, we think of Roswell's known as, I don't know, I'm just picking a skateboard maker because somebody in the Vision Center, in the Eye Center decided to say, you know what, I'm going to make skateboards out of this thing, and they turned it into now. That's the whole goal is for people to find their passions and to turn it into a business enterprise, and that's what the Eye Center is all about.
Back to those entrepreneurs, I mean, we have a lot of folks have these great ideas. There's resources there they can utilize, and it's not just being checked out, but they'll get instruction.
Yeah,
they'll be taught.
Sure.
And that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of the stuff Mike's talking about here in that partnership, and then obviously. You're talking about the partnership you're having with the school districts and the college. Well, the college is reaching out to our school districts too and working because, they're seeing the same things. And like when we see our early high school or our early college programs and things, that's all partnerships between our RSD and the college and all that. That's the kind of things we need to happen and to create a better workforce of people here in the future.
And what's great about Roswell, this community is we have industry partners, business people that are willing to work with the public schools to teach young folks what their careers are like, so they can create that environment to help them stay motivated, be motivated, and the passion to work a career pathway.
Yeah. It's the opportunities are there. So please reach out. If you haven't talked with Mike from the Roswell Chaves County EDC before, come by for a visit. His office is right downtown, about next block over here on the Bank of the Southwest building. That,
right.
3rd Street. Like we're on the corner of 3rd and Main. They're across the street from us on 3rd Street.
That's exactly right. We're neighbors. Yeah, come see us. Call us first.
Yeah.
Because we are busy.
Sure. He's out and about.
Yeah, but 622-1975, and we'll be happy to schedule something with you. And if you want us to come to your place of business, we'd be happy to.
Yeah. And, of course, Roswell Chaves County EDC has a Facebook page. If you can reach out, shoot a message through their website as well. I don't remember the actual address off the top of my head, but just Google
it's ChavesCounty.net.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I just Google Roswell Chaves EDC. It'll pop right up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike, is there anything we missed?
No, I don't know. We've covered a lot of things. We've got some other projects going on, some local stuff.
Okay.
We've got.
But to get you back for talking about some of that.
Yeah. But I've been pretty jazzed about these hiring events and trying to get people back to work, helping our local people, our employers, get down to visit folks. I think that's really important. But more importantly, what else can we do? The Roar Fund is going to be a big deal. I hope. I hope that's going to continue. The city has approved that, so we're just ready to rock and roll. And if we can build the Inventory Air Center, even better. And
it's a win-win for everybody.
It is, and it's cool to see that stuff kind of moving forward. And I don't know if you noticed that on Southeast Brasher and 285 is a big building.
Yeah.
A lot of groundwork being done. It's Admiral Beverage, and that's a project we started about a year ago. 100,000 square foot building. They're going to have about 75 employees, and what a great place to put a nice facility like that coming in our town.
Are they expanding their territory there? Is that what they're doing there?
They're actually.
The facilities.
They actually decentralized, and they're kind of bringing it back. But and that's because of their. The building heaven on Atkinson, on South Atkinson, was really too small.
Yeah, they
I was in there.
Outgrew it.
I was in there a few weeks ago, and they have stuff stock piled everywhere because they just don't have the space. And now all those trucks moving. I mean, and like I mentioned the city council, I said this is a safety issue. I mean, it is. That's a busy area.
Absolutely.
And I says, and it was about a liquor license, and which is kind of silly for a warehouse. But anyway, but everything was fine, and they're building their building, and
it's great to see that they're expanding and growing. We want to see every business do.
Yeah, and of course, we're working with we've worked with local retail folks as well, opportunities, and other, I mean, we are involved in a lot of different things. Whatever it takes to move the needle to make our town great. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Give out your phone number if any business or any person's like, hey, I just heard Mike on the radio. I need to reach out and make some connections.
Sure, 622-1975, 1975.
Very good. And again, come on out. Let the Roswell Chaves County EDC help you, your business, your family, your community get better. And let's come get involved in these events. If you're looking for hiring opportunities to creating a hiring opportunity, please, Mike can help you out.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you,
sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time here. Have a great Thanksgiving, you and your family.
Thanks, you too. Enjoy the host job tomorrow. And
yes, tomorrow's a fun day. To be honest, I mean, I wouldn't call it fun,
but
you'll
get to sleep.
Yeah, today's the stink day. This is the day I got to complain about everything. But thank you, Mike. We'll see you next time.
Good seeing you.
It's 9:55. Quick break before we go.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street has started off the new week on an up note. The benchmarks, the Dow, the NASDAQ Composite Index, and the S&P 500 Index all moved higher at this morning's opening bell, although by mid-morning, the major indices had turned mixed, with the Dow higher along the S&P, but the NASDAQ trading in the red. The economy of Japan shrank at a 3% annual rate in the July through September quarter. Private consumption as well as automobile production took a hit from ongoing efforts in Japan to curb the coronavirus pandemic. Royal Dutch Shell announcing that it plans to move its headquarters, planning a move to the United Kingdom. Dutch officials dismayed at word of the pending move, saying they are unpleasantly surprised by the plans of Royal Dutch Shell. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
It's that time of year when your home is filled with friends and family. The perfect time for new furniture from Glenn's. Reinvent your living room with stylish power reclining furniture. Make room for the whole family with a big, beautiful dining table. Surprise your out-of-town visitors with new bedroom furniture. Glenn's has quality furniture you'll be proud of for years, and they'll deliver it for free. So hurry to Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell. Glens, making the season bright and beautiful since 1953.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Get up to $4,000 overbook at Roswell Nissan. You heard that right. Up to $4,000 overbook for your trade. Trade values are setting records, so bring it in and upgrade. With $1 down, no payments till next year, and up to $4,000 for your trade, now is the time. Roswell Nissan has special programs available that can make it happen for you regardless of your situation. Get a free turkey with an appraisal and free AirPods with a qualified test drive. Up to $4,000 overbook. On now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $799, and our #1 selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $999. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they're gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Welcome to the Asian market. This is Nok. Right now we have a new ingredient like galanga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili to make tom yam goong and tom kha gai. And try out new delicious new soup on Saturday. Come see me at the Asian market, 5702 South Main. Call for order 840-5309.
Paid for by government.com.
The 1878 to 1921 Morgan Silver Dollar, a true American classic and one of the most iconic silver dollar coins in history. It's been 100 years since the last Morgan Silver Dollar coin was struck for circulation, and now, for a limited time only, full pound bags of original U.S. government struck Morgan dollars are being released to the public. That's right, you can own a full pound of 1878 to 1921 classic American Morgan Silver Dollar coins, all in very good collector condition with fully visible dates and mint marks, guaranteed. Call 1-800-721-0383 now to secure collector-grade U.S. Morgan silver dollars by the pound, struck during the Wild West and the Gilded